It feels like Friday.
Welcome, associates, gather on the stand. The trial's a circus, but I've got a plan. Not a grifter, still worse than Dan. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK and a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? Me be the diva, she's running the show. With Capone and Meg, yeah, everybody knows. Fat, we're fat, well, nobody knows. What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK and a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. We are almost through another week. I am AJ here with my spawn and my adopted spawn.
I'll allow it.
Thank you very much. Didn't ask permission. Zach,
I did not tell her to say that, Carmen.
Oh, look, Carmen. Zach's Longhorn looks like our old Longhorn. Before it went belly up.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that his dog chases? That was so funny, that video that he put up. That was hilarious.
Also, Zach, I don't know. If Baker redirected, thank you. I did not get a message that that's what happened. So thank you very much. And anybody that's still here from that, I appreciate it. I am I'm actually in the basement. Was out. Now I'm in. What's up, Chloe? How you doing? Hope everyone is well. There's Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello.
He wrecked 2 hours ago. Thanks, Baker. I do appreciate it. What's up, Adair? I see a pickleball. Meaning, I know you don't get to play it anymore. You get to play you don't get to play volleyball. Maybe you should. Anyway, I digress. We are covering a trial from 2006 in Alaska. I think this is one of the few that has been allowed cameras in there. They must be worse in my state of Indiana that they can have cameras and they're like, nah. So it involves a teenager. She's 16. She was 16 at the time. And she wanted to allegedly unalive her mom because she wanted to be free to do whatever she wanted to do. And she didn't like her mom's rules and so on and so forth. It was just kind of ridiculous. And I think that's most of us growing up as teenagers didn't like our mom and dad's rules as the older we got, which I think is just nature's way of making them they don't like us anymore. So when we leave, they're not so heartbroken. But she didn't give her mom that chance. She was very smart. She was in, I think, honor choir, which I don't really know what that is. I would not have been in that. I think she was in the honors programs at school. She was in band. She was in volleyball. She was a normal 16-year-old teenager. The problem was she was involved at some point in time with the both of them, two 24-year-old men. They were friends. Jason and Brian were their names. And she complained to them that her mom was being abusive to her. I don't know if she really was, if her accusations are credible or not. She said her mom threw her down the stairs and, had just done some physical abuse to her, and that just her life would be easier without her mom in the picture. She could run off with one of these guys. I don't remember. Was it Jason she was going to run off with? Gabby, do you remember?
I think so, because Jason. Yeah, Jason is her current boyfriend during the unaliving of her mother.
And her mom,
The
obviously,
other one
sorry,
is the older boyfriend.
Brian.
Yes.
Her mom obviously didn't like her dating Jason, so that was an issue because who's 16-year-old, what parent of a 16-year-old would want them to date a 24-year-old man or a woman? Don't care. That's wrong. It's wrong on his part to even want to be with a 16-year-old. Age of consent in Alaska is apparently 16, or it was at the time of this crime. So that's out of the picture. Unfortunately, though, she met him when she was 15. And at the age of consent at 16, you can only be 3 years older. So he still fails. So she is also a blogger. Think about in 2006, we had chat rooms, blogging. We didn't have all the stuff that we're doing today. It was a different time, different life. And so her blog was called My Crappy Life. She's complaining about her relationship with her mom, as I mean, most teenage girls would do at that age. She just was doing it online. And this guy apparently tells her, I'll take care of it. Me and Brian will get her, we'll deal it. And she's off in Juneau at a volleyball tournament. Her dad is out of town that same weekend. Her mom is home alone. Her dad and her return home at the same time. Mom is not there, not too worried about it until they start seeing some weird things around and realize that maybe something has happened. They don't call the police right away, which is weird. They live on a very small island. It's Craig, Alaska, on the Prince of Wales. Is that the island? Prince of Wales.
Yes.
It's about 2,000 people. Where are you going to go? You're either going to have to catch a plane or a boat off of that. So they are going around town trying to find her. They aren't finding her. The poor woman they have broken into her house. They have bound her up. They've made her drink wine to get her intoxicated. They put her in her own van, take the van out. Did they take it to the gravel pit or did they wait at the gravel pit? That guy's opening statement was worse than mine right now. It was so disjointed.
Um, they found the van in the woods about 40 miles away from her house.
Okay. So they make her drink wine. They try unsuccessfully to break her neck because it's not like it is in the movies where you just snap it. And I feel so bad for her that they were trying to do that and they did not succeed. So then they just beat her and I think suffocated her to unalive her. They stupidly put her in the back of the van and not the front of the van, set the van on fire, and push it down a hill where it is found by hunters. Either the following day or a couple days after that. The fire had been so hot, it melted the front and back license plate, so they couldn't figure out who the van belonged to. They didn't want to search through too much to try to find the VIN because all they found left of her was ash and her skull. So they didn't even know who they had at that time. They had to get dental records and then have a forensic dentist identify who she was. Meantime, Rachelle, her daughter, the defendant here, goes to school because that's what I would do if my mom was missing, is I would just go to school. And she hears whispering that they have found her mom and that she has been unalived at school, which would be a horrible way to find out if she didn't already know. I don't know if she already knew or not. Her two accomplices, they are going to testify against her in this trial. I'm not sure of their deals. If they took any deals, I'm sure they did to testify against her. The state is saying that she drove this whole thing. The defense is saying She had nothing to do with it. And he just decided on his own Jason decided on his own to get Brian, and they were just going to go take care of the problem. Then they would like emancipate Rachelle. They could ride off into the sunset, live happily ever after, do whatever they want to do, which is stupid because you cannot do that. It just shows you cannot do that. There's such poor planning in all of this. And I did not hear anything out of the opening statement or from the state or from the defense that to me cleared her, that made me say they acted without her direction. Maybe you did. I did not hear anything from either attorney that made me think, okay, she probably was not involved in this.
Well, I mean, her attorney just kept sipping that little cup.
I couldn't see him. I was listening while I was driving.
It's like never ending. It's like refills every time he sips from it.
I did hear you guys. I heard you describing it as one of those bottles that you tip over.
Yes.
And when you tip it back over, it fills back up.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing with the state's opening is they laid it all out there, showed like, here's a confession. Here's where she says that's not a confession. Here's another confession. Here's where it's not a confession. Like, it was weird.
His opening statement was hard to listen to.
Yeah.
And I tried to I was like, okay, be more prepared than he was. And I failed because I have been rushing all day. I literally got home and was setting everything up. Carmen was sitting here waiting on me when I came into the studio. She's like, it's about time. So I was hurrying. Let me go back and see.
Sadie, catch up on chat.
I know. What's up, Frank? How are you? Ash, I am glad that your cat is doing better. Zach, thank you for the milk money. I know milk is very expensive. If you get it at Walmart, it's a little cheaper. I took advantage of you because I'm older. You were helpless. Okay. Frank, I hope it was okay. What's up, dog mom? Been thinking about you, wondering if you're okay. I hope so. Where's Ronnie? There she is. Ronnie. Senorita Bonita. Oh, and Zach. Prince of Wales is a great name for a rock band. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I probably did. Dog Mom, thank you for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate it. Did I get everyone? Oh, dang. Dill's here. Yeah, sorry, Brie. You can't really see it because my hair is violet. Violet red. VR5. We may do VR6 next time. Not that anybody cares.
You missed one. We finished it. What do you mean?
Oh, he died.
He was on vacation. He was on vacation when we were watching it.
Yes.
She will be up for parole in 2027, Adair. She got 50 years. She had to serve 25. So she will be up for parole sometime in 2027. So if we're all still here, the world hasn't burnt down, we will try to remember to cover that, see what happens with her. I have a feeling if she's been good, like if she hasn't had any problems in prison and she's done well and she's, improved herself and all the stuff you're supposed to do when you're in prison, she'll probably get out. Oh, good news. I'm glad that you got the verdict you wanted. Puddletown is not here, so I will not say hi. What's up, Puddletown? Anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. Sorry.
That's all right. So anyway, we have 3 witnesses tonight. We have, I'm just going to say Janice because I heard all y'all's discussion after Carmen just said her last name last night. We have Janice and Scott. And then we will have Rochelle's dad. He goes by Doc. His first name is Carl. And then we have Lorraine and Don Pierce. So those will be our witnesses for this evening. And let's get this up here. We will share it. And this is Janice. She will tell you her last name. Because I know this guy. I know this chat too well. So let me know how the sound is. And here we go.
Whenever you're ready.
Ms. Bush, state your full name and spell your first and last.
My name is Janice Marie Bush. Janice, Janice, Bush, Bush.
And where do you live?
I live in Klawock, Alaska,
And how long you live there?
since 1987.
And are you employed outside the home?
No, we have a contracting company, which is our home is our office.
Okay. And what kind of contracting company is it?
It's an excavation company, basically.
Is there a Chamber of Commerce for the island of Prince of Wales?
Yes, there is.
Are you involved in that?
Yes, I am on the board of directors and currently serving as the secretary.
And how long have you been on the board?
This is my third official year with it.
Okay. And did you know Lori Waterman?
Yes, I did.
And how did you know her?
She was a member of the same church that I attend, and I've just known her through mutual student activities at the schools for a number of years as well.
Had she been on the Chamber of Commerce board as well?
I don't believe so, but she was a consistent volunteer when her husband was the president of the chamber.
And when was that?
He was,
About how long ago was it?
well, 5 or 6 years ago, I guess. I don't know.
And there was a Chamber of Commerce dinner on the Saturday night, November 13th, 2004.
Yes, there was.
Were you involved with that?
Yes, I was coordinating that banquet.
And what was your job as coordinator of the banquet?
Everything.
Like, for instance?
Well, I planned all of the decorations, the menu, lining up the speakers, the program, setting it up, and taking it down afterwards.
And what was the purpose for the banquet?
It's the annual awards banquet for the Chamber of Commerce that recognizes distinguished citizens, recognizes volunteers for the year just completed.
Was Lori Waterman, did she have any involvement in that banquet?
I got a call from Lori about midweek, and she said that she had the weekend free, and did I need any help? And I wasn't turning down any help, so she helped me most of the day Friday, and then on Saturday evening, she attended the banquet and helped with the distribution of door prizes on occasion, and then she stayed afterwards. It wasn't something I asked her to do. She was home, didn't have anything else to do, and she stayed and helped us clean up afterwards.
Okay. Now, on the Friday when she was helping you set up, did she talk much about what was going on?
We talked about our children a lot, actually. That was the chief topic of our conversation. I spent probably 5 hours with her on that Friday, and 2 different occasions. The first time we ran around collecting plates, dishes, and our theme was Welcome to Bear Country, and this woman had 750 bears that she loaned us, so we were collecting bears and whatever. And then later in the evening, we went back when the Craig Community Association building was available to decorate, and she came back and helped us set the tables, display the bears until we were finished that evening.
Did she ever talk about your daughter, Rachelle?
Yes, we did actually spend a lot of time talking about Rachelle because she was in Anchorage at a volleyball tournament, and my kids were involved in sports too, so I was really interested in how they were doing. And the first time I saw her, she had heard that they had lost, I believe, their first game or their first match, and I remember we talked about how difficult it is to be away from your kids and not be able to keep in contact with them. So we discussed cell phones that afternoon, and she said that Doc was in Juneau that weekend and that he was hoping to look at getting cell phones for the family so that when Rachelle was traveling, that she would have a cell phone so that they could find out more quickly what the status of the activity was.
Now, about what time was it the dinner started that night?
The no-host cocktail hour, I believe, started at 6, and the meal was served at 7.
Okay. Did Lori have much involvement in the dinner part of it, or?
I think Lori was able to relax and at her table and just be able to visit with the people at her table throughout that evening.
Okay. What did you do during all that?
Whatever needed to be done. We had our MC couldn't make it because of weather, and so we had a stand-in MC, which meant I had to be basically by her side, leading her through an unfamiliar program for the evening. And then we had probably 50, 60 raffle items, and so I was busy coordinating whatever needed to be up on the agenda for the meeting portion of that, for that whole evening.
And did Lori win anything in there?
Yes, she did. She won a very nice jacket that was given by First Bank.
And I'm not sure I asked, but where was the banquet at?
It was at the Craig Community Association building in Craig, Alaska.
Is that in the downtown area?
Yes, yes.
And do you remember how she was dressed at the banquet?
Yes, I remember it because I thought it was a very striking outfit and very colorful. It was a black top, kind of 3/4 length sleeves, and then her skirt is what was very attractive. It was black, but with a tropical green leaf or flower arrangement on it. It was very nice.
Did anybody did you take photographs there?
I had asked a friend of mine to come and take pictures throughout the evening. And yes, there was the whole CD of pictures taken.
All right. Seems like it's about 50 or 60 photos or something.
Probably more than that, but the one CD I think contains that many photos.
Okay. And Lori's on some of them?
Yes, she is.
Okay. And you turn that CD over to the police, is that right?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I'm going to show you some photographs.
Have you seen these?
I don't know which ones he's showing the witness.
Okay. Good job, Ryan. Just a second. Pick the photographs up. The first one, on the back of the first one, does it say 74?
Yes, it does.
The lights are.
Let me leave those.
Thank you.
There we go. It's a dark photograph. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, I do.
And who is that?
In the forefront there is Lori in the black and the skirt that I described, speaking with Barb Moots, who is another friend from Craig, Alaska.
And that's the outfit you described?
Yes, it is.
And this photo.
Yes.
Now, the next photograph, on the back of it, does it say 75?
Yes, it does.
Okay. It is 75. And do you see Ms. Waterman in that one?
Yes, I do. She's looking at the computer screen with her back toward us.
Next one should be 76, would you say?
Yes, it is.
76. And is Ms. Waterman in this photo, too?
Yeah, she's sitting at the corner of the table next to Janice Lund, and then the other side of the table, Bill Altman.
Where the photograph, where the circle up there on the screen is that?
Yes, that's Lori.
Finally set. Let me go back. Look at the last photograph. No, not the last one.
Okay.
The last one in your hand.
Yes.
Back of it, you say 2077.
Yes, it says 77.
And what is that?
That's a picture of me giving Lori the green First Bank jacket that she won in the raffle drawing.
Oh, thank you. I move to admit these photographs from exhibits 74, 75, 76, 77.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Exhibit 74 through 77 are exhibit. are admitted.
Oh, we can turn the lights back on. Now, how long did the banquet last for?
We finished up probably about 9 o'clock, between 9 o'clock and 9:15.
Did anybody stick around after that?
There was everybody helped take down tables and put chairs back, and there was about six of us that stayed until everything was done and everything was gathered at the door to be picked up the next day, and all went outside together and spoke to each other until we were ready to go.
And was Lori one of them?
Yes, Lori was one of the final ones out with us.
And you too?
Yes.
And how long do you think you stood outside there talking?
Well, we were probably only outside for 5-10 minutes. We finished cleaning up, I would say, sometime after 9:30, and it was between 9:45 and 10 o'clock when we all left that night and turned out the lights.
Did you see Lori leave?
Yes, the last thing she did was to ask if she could help us the next day take all the stuff back to where it had to go, and I told her that we were meeting there at 8 o'clock the next morning to pick up the plates and the bears, and that we could probably finish it ourselves, the few of us that were on the chamber board that were there. And but I said, I'll see you at church tomorrow, or I asked her if she was going to church. She said, yeah. And I said, well, I'll see you there and let you know if we have to go back and finish up after church.
Okay. And did you see her leave?
Yes.
How did she leave?
Her car was there. She left with her car.
Was that the purple minivan?
Yes.
And the next day, did you go to church?
Yes, I did.
And did you see Lori?
No, Lori wasn't there.
So the last time you saw Lori was as you go away?
Yes. Yes.
That's all the questions I have, Ms. Bush.
Any cross-examination?
I do, just a few.
All right, she hangs that up at night like a Lego piece.
No, I was just gonna say you can't be caught in a windstorm every day. She's definitely a scarecrow after this, or before this, that's her other job. She's a
Hey,
scarecrow.
if you live in Wyoming, the wind never stops blowing there. She could.
I was gonna say, is that the definition of like a blowout? Because
Oh no, that's not a blowout. That's just made of straw.
It's a blow up.
That's a
yes. That should be a crime. That's what that is.
goes head first into the wind.
She's just arms all back.
Yes. Yeah, that's how she runs too, with her hands all the way back out
Yeah.
for head first.
Oops.
Tell me, she's scared.
No, I think it's real. I think it's real.
Someone go get like a leaf blower and see if it just flies off.
You just start blowing her hair with a leaf blower, and like a squirrel comes flying out of it or something.
Oh my gosh.
Acorns start falling down.
It's possible.
While he finishes up with her, he doesn't have very many questions. The next witness is the Scott McDonald, and he's the one that found the burning vehicle.
So was he a detective, or was he just some random guy in the woods?
I thought I heard them say that he was a police, some kind of law enforcement.
Okay.
All right, let's finish with Miss Bush.
Ms. Bush, you talked about seeing her at church the next day. That was the Catholic church there in Craig, wasn't it?
In Klawock.
I'm sorry, in Klawock.
Yes.
And how long had Ms. Waterman been going there?
As long as she lived there in the island. I don't know how long. I don't know when the Watermans came, if they were there before I was or not. I don't know. Lori wasn't a regular attendee.
Okay. But she had been going for some time.
Yes, she was. We were working on some fundraisers together actually for World Youth Day. So I had seen her actually on numerous occasions outside of church working on fundraisers.
Is World Youth Aid a Catholic fundraiser, or is it just something not associated with the church?
World Youth Day is it happens every 2 or 3 years. It's an international gathering of youth from around the world. And Lori was working on our fundraisers and to enable Rachelle to go on that trip
Where was that going to be?
in Germany.
All right, when was that trip going to be?
It happened last August.
In August of 2005.
Yes.
All right. So Ms. Waterman wanted her daughter, Rachelle, to go on that trip.
Yes.
Do you know if Rachelle wanted to go?
Rachelle was working on some of the fundraisers with us, yes.
All right. You said earlier that you had been talking with Ms. Waterman about the volleyball tournament and all the Friday before the banquet.
Yes.
And you said that you had heard, or that Ms. Waterman had heard that the Craig team had lost.
She, I believe, indicated to me that she told me the results of the game. I think that they had one on Thursday night, and she heard sometime that day that they had lost the first game.
And so she had heard that from Rachelle, right?
I don't recall if she had heard it from Rachelle or if she had heard it from someone else. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything further?
No, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am, and watch those 2 steps.
Thank you.
My name is Scott E. McDonald, SCOTT, capital MC, capital DONALD,
And where do you live?
Thorn Bay, Alaska,
And how long you lived in Thorn Bay?
21 years,
And how old are you?
32.
It's about 12 or so.
Yep.
And what kind of work do you do there?
I work for the Forest Service,
What capacity?
walking in the second growth, doing thin inspections, stuff like that.
And how long have you been doing that?
Permanently 5 years, but since right out of high school.
Okay. And do you have any relatives living in Thorn Bay?
Yeah, my mom and dad live there, and my sister.
Does your mom do, what kind of work does she do there?
Forest Service.
And what kind of work?
She's basically the business management supervisor.
Okay. Is she involved in like emergency response?
No.
Now, are you familiar with U.S. Forest Service Road 3012?
Yep.
3012. And how do you know that?
I deer hunt up there. I work up there. It's right outside of Thorn Bay.
Okay. How often do you go up there? How many times do you go?
I've been up there a lot of times, a few times a year for sure.
Okay. Is that area very widely used
Yeah.
by you?
There's a lot of logging going on up there, deer hunting, firewood cutting, things like that.
Okay. And on Sunday morning, November 14th, were you in that area?
Oh, sure was.
And when did you get there?
It was probably 8 or 9 in the morning when I went out, so it was 10 maybe when I was up in there.
Okay. How did you get there?
I drove my truck
And how far on the road, that Forest Service road did you go?
all the way to the end.
Is there a number of branches off of it?
Yep.
Okay, which end did you go onto? Is it the one involved in this case?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So that's the reason you were up in that area?
Deer hunting, yeah.
But I mean, is that the reason you drove up in that area?
Yeah.
Okay. And could you describe the general area, what it looks like?
Just basically a big open clear cut at the end of the road. It's maybe a 5 or 10-year-old clear cut, so it's real open. You can see a long ways.
Are there any trees in the area?
Oh, yeah. Lots of trees.
Are they tall or short?
The ones there where the clear cut are short, but the old growth's tall, of course.
Did you see anybody else up in that particular area?
I saw a few other vehicles, but nobody I knew.
Okay. And did you see anything unusual?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I saw a burning van up the top of the... I was at the road switchbacks through the clear cut, and I was at the bottom, and you could see it smoking up there on the top.
So did you go up to the area?
So I drove up there, yeah, to see what was going on, what was the deal.
And when you got up to the area, what did you do when you got up there?
Well, I looked at the van, and I couldn't really see anything about it. So I just grabbed my binoculars real quick. It wasn't really far enough away to use binoculars, but just looked at it real quick, and I saw what looked like bones in the back seat to me. So I went down there and looked in, and sure enough, it was.
Now, You said it was smoking when you went by?
Yeah, just, it was more, I think, the wood underneath the van still burning than the van.
Okay, so there wasn't any fire aside from Did you see any fire at all? Or was it
Just smoke.
How much
yeah.
smoke was there?
Not very much, like less than you'd see coming out of a chimney, really, It was you could see it from a ways because of the color of it, but it wasn't a whole heck of a lot of smoke.
Okay. So you looked through the binoculars, you saw what appeared to be bones, and so you went down. What happened when you went down?
Just looked in the van and saw the bones there in the back seat on the floorboards.
Okay. Show you a couple of photographs.
Back what I said, I don't use law enforcement.
Okay. Show you a photograph. It's marked Nice Exhibit 78. And ask if you can identify that one.
Yep, that's the van.
So, photograph up there is that thing.
Yep.
Okay. Does that look pretty much the condition you saw it in?
Yep.
And the smoke, where was it coming up at?
Down towards the front of the van, underneath the, where the engine would be.
And that appeared just to be the wood underneath.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't really look too close, but.
Let me show you what's marked. Just a second. Okay. Mine is exhibit 82. That one. And can you identify that one?
Yeah.
What is that?
That appears to be the body laying in the back seat there on the floorboards.
Is that pretty much the condition you saw when you looked at it?
Yep.
Now, what did you do then when you saw they look like human bones to you?
Yeah, you can see the skull clearly.
Okay, so what did you do then?
I went back up to my truck, drove down the road to where my cell phone worked, called my mom on the cell phone and told her what was, what's going on. And
Why'd you call your mother?
because it's mom, I know, just, it seemed like appropriate thing to do. I guess, I knew she'd be a good contact, I guess. She could get a hold of people that could be out there. I mean, I had a cell phone too, but.
And so after you talked with her, what did you do?
Drove out to the, where the 3012, I think you said it was, meets the main paved road and waited for the troopers to show up.
Okay. And who told you to do that?
Well, actually, I think I might have called my mom back again, and after she'd spoken to the troopers, and then went out there to meet them because that's where they said to meet them.
Okay. And who did you meet? Do you remember?
No.
Just a couple of troopers?
Yeah, there was one just showed up first, and then a second rig showed up, and then we went out up the road.
And did you show them where the site was?
Yeah.
And what did you do then when you got right up there?
Basically, I just showed them that. I stood on the road, and they looked around and did whatever they had to do, and asked me a few questions and stuff about when I got up there and stuff like that. See anything else?
Okay. And what was the time you'd estimate that you found it?
I don't really recall. It must have been midday is what I'm thinking, noon.
One way or the other?
Yeah.
Before noon or later?
Yeah, I would have to say it's maybe a little before noon, if anything.
All right. And when you showed it to the troopers, everything was the same as when you saw it?
Yep.
That's all the questions I have for Mr. Dunn.
Any cross-examination?
I have some. You said that road is fairly well traveled. I mean, I guess for a logging road.
Yeah. Well, well traveled and what I would call well traveled, but there's not a lot of people around to start with, so.
Right.
Well, I saw 4 or 5 other vehicles out there, so.
Were they hunting or logging? Do you know what they were doing?
I would guess they were hunting, but I don't know.
Was that the hunting season then?
Yep.
Mid-November?
Yep. Prime of the hunting season.
Okay. How, were there any other vehicles that had gone all the way to that end that you had gone down?
I think when I got up towards the top, after I'd already noticed the vehicle, there was one up in front of me, but I didn't stop and speak to them or anything, so.
All right. How easy was it to see that van up where it was?
pretty easy. I could see the smoke with my naked eye, and there was a vehicle there, but I got my binoculars out and looked up there and could see then clearly it was a, minivan off the side of the road. But with the naked eye, it was a little tough to see that it was a vehicle because it blended in with the logs and stuff.
But you could clearly see it.
Yeah.
How far away were you, do you think? I mean, the road goes up and switches back, right? How far away do you think you were when you saw that up there?
It may be a quarter mile at the most, I'm guessing.
And you said this is about a 5 or 10-year-old clear cut down there?
I think so, yeah.
How wide would the visibility be at that point?
You mean
I mean, when they clear cut, I mean, about how far across was it?
the whole clear cut?
Yeah.
I was looking probably from somewhat the bottom of it to the top, maybe that half mile as a straight line from me to the van.
Okay. All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Any redirect?
No, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. You can step down and watch those 2 steps.
Right on.
Right on. That's what he just said to the judge.
Honestly, I'm not surprised he said that. Did you see his ponytail in the back?
Yeah, Carmen's like, I want him to turn around. I want him to turn to the side. Oh my gosh. Why I thought that was a law enforcement officer, I don't know. He didn't answer like a law enforcement officer. He didn't, there was nothing about him that said law enforcement.
Well,
Undercover.
What are you trying to say?
Well,
because when law enforcement's up on the stand, they're like, question,
We're trained to look at the jury.
question, jury. It drives me crazy.
yeah,
and
but
we would never say yep
Yep.
for an
And
answer.
right on to a judge.
yeah, but
know.
it was Alaska, so it is kind of a small place. So who knows? Maybe their police officers just look like that.
Right on, Gabby.
Yeah,
Next video.
totally tubular, man.
While you
How
get the
about
next one, I gotta take some Claritin. My allergies are bothering me. I'll be right back.
Did you
One
need
thing
tissues, Carmen?
I have them.
Can't hear you.
She's muted.
I do need some tissues because my eyes keep watering and my nose keep watering.
They're right here.
We're running.
I
Okay.
hate when that happens. It really, it's not nice.
I can neither confirm or deny. Actually, I can deny. Deny. Well, that's the only. I'm trying to come up with a reason. I don't know why. I don't know
boy.
why I had in my head he was law enforcement. That's just weird. All right, so the next witness that we have is her dad.
Oh,
And it's-
okay. This should be interesting. Doc?
Yeah. Yes. It's odd to me that they're calling him this early because generally, we get through all these, lack of a better word, boring witnesses. But
Right.
so, and I did forget to say one thing at the beginning too. I know this trial is almost 20 years old. However, we are going to try to get through this. So if you know what happened in this trial, please don't say anything about it because most of us, including myself, have not watched this trial. So we are just watching it and seeing. We want to get to the end and see if we agree or disagree with the conclusion of it with the jury. So if you do know, just please don't, no spoilers, please. And thank you. And I think that's all I had. I know you never would, Frank. I know that.
Frank's such a good guy, isn't he?
He is. We don't even
Great
have
waffle hookup, too.
If you do spoilers, you get arrested.
Wow.
Just
Great
kidding.
waffle hookup, too.
Oops. I'm like, why is Gabby echoing?
Sorry.
Oh, no.
Like
The world does not.
when I walked away, I have my phone on, so I know what's happening.
Yeah, the world does not need 2 Gabbies. That's for sure.
No.
Absolutely not.
What's up? Is it a spree? Or I don't know if I'm saying that right. Fleck?
I like
think
Fleck.
I know I can say Fleck, right? I know nothing. Shut up.
Wait, she might have been actually sneezing.
She was not.
Oh.
Liar.
I was just trying to save you there.
I'll say it for her. If you do know, just shut up. Thanks, Shani.
There you go. There you go. Hey,
I said it.
Shani.
I said it right. Esprit fleck.
Esprit?
Esprit fleck. I like it.
He is not an actual. I think it's just Doc is his nickname for some reason. Like the little creepy boy on the Shining movie. In the Shining movie.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I could see it. You obviously get Doc out of Carl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I see
I
that.
mean, that's the most logical answer.
I can't hear the
Completely
name
logical.
Carl without thinking Walking Dead when
Oh,
he was
yes.
always like Carl.
He goes,
Carl.
Coral, no, Coral.
Anytime my husband and I hear that name, we're like Carl.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I don't have any clue about this, and this is really exciting for me because I normally know the trial. Well, I don't either. I'm glad this is exciting for you because it is for me as well. And Carmen's dog's being rude again, so I will hit play, but not over there because that's the wrong side.
I called it rude for a reason.
Yeah, well, you left out one letter.
I don't know how to spell.
Yeah, so then she wants to fix Scarecrow.
I just want to know when she
Back-
wakes up in the morning and she does that. What do you say to yourself? I mean, I look
don't
at the
know.
mirror and I'm like, huh, what is that? I'm like, ah, that's not a 12-year-old boy.
I don't know, but
Oh.
this guy, the back of this guy's head.
Oh, the V. That's the V. I was looking for a V
Yeah.
on the other dude. I'm like, you don't see a V
Yep.
on him.
That's a straight up V.
No, that's a very aggressive V.
That's a deep V.
My whole life is a lie if that's what a V is.
Oh my gosh.
And play.
Oh.
State your full name and spell your first and last name.
Carl Allen Waterman, CarlWaterman.
And do you have a nickname?
Doc.
Doc.
Very more common than my given name,
So you're generally called Doc.
generally.
And where do you live?
I live in Craig, Alaska,
And how long you lived in Craig?
since 1987, 18 years.
And the resident you lived in, how long you lived in that house?
6 years now.
What's the address for it?
604 Ocean View Drive.
And prior to living there, did you live on the same street?
I live directly across the street in 603 Ocean View.
Okay. Now, the house, could you describe what the house is like?
It's plain vanilla frame construction. It has a two-car garage with a shop downstairs, a family room, a very small guest room, and a bathroom. The main floor has 2 bedrooms, living room, dining room, and kitchen. And the top, which is about a third of a floor, has the master bedroom and bathroom and a small room out front.
I'll show you some diagrams. Okay. Not sure if you've seen these before, but I'll ask if you've done them. One is Exhibit 60. Do you recognize that?
Yeah, that appears to be a blow-up of the floor plan that we built the house from.
Okay. And I think you provided the basic floor plan, but not these. the things that-
That's correct.
Okay. And this area here constitutes, I guess, at least 2/3 of this half of the floor.
Exactly 2/3 of that.
And what is that?
That's the garage and shop area, and there's a small utility or mechanical room up in the corner.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a back door in this area?
Yes, there's a man door entrance right next to that.
And windows on the side of the garage. Are there windows?
Yes.
Is that what These
That's what
three
those are,
locations
yes.
Okay. And along the wall here, this part of the outside wall, what's against the wall?
There's a workbench nearly the entire length of the wall. It doesn't go quite to both walls.
Okay. And what's along in the back here?
Mostly just storage right now. It's intended to be workspace.
Okay. And how many cars before all this happened in November, how many cars did you have?
We had 3 cars total.
Okay. And which car did your wife usually drive?
The Plymouth minivan
And where did she usually park it?
in the area
Marked here?
marked by the yellow, yes.
Okay. And was any other car parked on the other side here? Or did you?
I imagined that there was a GMC crew cab, small pickup, Sonoma,
Do you
parked
usually
in
park
that
it in
side.
here?
Normally, yes.
Okay. Now, do you have garage door openers on the garages?
Both doors have openers.
And they were working?
Yes.
Now, this door here, what is this to?
That's access to the living area from the garage.
Is there anything unusual about the door?
Well, it has a pet door in it.
Okay. Do you have a pet? Or did you have?
We have a cat.
Okay. And does that cat use that then?
Yes.
Now, on this the other third, what's this section up here, most of this section up here?
That's what we call the family room.
Okay, what'd you have in there?
TV and a sofa and some beanbag chairs and a small card table.
Okay, and then is this a bathroom here?
Yes.
And then what's this room here?
That's a guest room.
You have a bed in it?
There's a twin bunks, stacked bunks.
Did any of your children live in there?
No, nobody from the family used it. It was primarily, we housed volleyball teams and basketball teams and baseball teams, and a lot of people connected. It was used as a guest room.
Okay. And then this is the stairs on the ground floor up?
That's correct.
Now, the front door, does it come in at the ground level or is it up elevated?
The garage doors are at ground level, and the man door in the garage, and then there are steps up to the main entry to the house, which is like a split entry.
Okay, so you're at a landing halfway up.
The landing is half a floor up and half a floor down.
Now, you say there's a door in the back here. Is the whole house level with the ground in the back part?
The ground floor, it's kind of a daylight basement. There's a 4-foot poured concrete wall around the back sides, and the ground level is about near the top of that concrete wall.
Okay, so it comes out about 4 feet on this back side here.
Yeah, it's from this entry all the way around the back and nearly to the front on the north side.
Okay. But you have a door here to go out in the back?
That's correct.
How do you get into? Is it the wall further back in?
There's a small entryway over that and a poured recessed area there.
All right. Now, these windows here in the garage, do you usually keep them locked?
No.
Show you what's marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 61 and like this.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this?
That's the main floor in our house.
Okay. And this is the stairs that come up to it?
That's correct.
And then it goes up to the next level up to it?
Right.
Now, what's this over here in the lower part of it?
That's my son Jeffrey's bedroom.
Okay. And there's a bath between them?
That's correct.
And this room up here, what's that?
That's Rachelle's bedroom.
Okay. Now, this area over here, this section, what is it?
This is the kitchen. This was intended to be a dining room, but we never used it. And was informal dining.
This area here?
Yes.
Between the kitchen and the utility room?
I'm sorry?
Between the kitchen and this room here?
Yes.
Okay. And this room is,
A utility room. There's a washer and dryer and water heater and a sink.
now is there a door that goes out the back here?
Yes, sir.
But that's the only door on this level that you can go out? Oh,
That's the only door that's actually on the level. This one's a half level down.
okay.
That's correct.
And you have did you have computers in the house?
I had a desktop computer in the house, and there was a computer that Rachelle had got for Christmas the year before, and I have a laptop, or at that time I had a laptop that belonged to the school. They wanted me to carry it so I could check email when I was out of town.
And then when the police were doing the investigation, this is where he was at.
That's correct.
Okay, now, Plaintiff's Exhibit 62, can you identify this?
That's the top level of our house.
And it constitutes what, about the middle third of the
It's
building?
just a third of it, yes.
And what's this,
That's the attic area.
and then the other side?
Same.
Okay, can you get to them from there?
Yes, these access doors go in there.
But otherwise, the only way to get to this level is through the stairs?
That's correct.
Okay. And is this the stairs up?
Yes.
All right. And is this just an entry area?
Yes.
And where's the bedroom?
This is the master bedroom.
And what's this area here?
This is Lori's closet.
Shani, he is the father of the defendant and the husband of the victim. Why they have to go into all of this detail about his house, I don't know. They did break in to his home and basically kidnap his wife and then unalive her.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, they just want to give the jury a layout of the house. Since they did break in and do everything else, I think they're taking it a little too far, but that's just my opinion. But I also understand how they have to lay their groundwork before they enter the back door.
Also, he has way more personality than the state. My gosh.
I was
That
just
guy.
thinking when he's up there, though, how awkward it must be with like his daughter just sitting there.
Oh, I feel
You
bad
know?
for him. I feel horrible
Like-
for him.
That's why I always think of those things where it's like, oh, the family's testifying and their family members right in front of them.
Yeah,
and
it's his
like,
daughter.
yeah, like, does he believe that she is involved? Is he still talking to, like, these are all the questions that I always have.
Yeah, I don't know their relationship now.
Yeah.
Because I just have not. I will try to find out information once we get to
Yeah,
the end.
after. Yeah.
But I feel horrible for him.
Such a
because-
crazy situation.
If you do believe that she had something to do with it, it's still your kid. If you don't
Yeah.
believe she had something to do with it, well, then you don't want her to be found guilty.
Right.
And at the end of it, you're going to be out a wife and a daughter who you can, I guess, go visit if you want to, if you believe she's innocent. But your wife is never coming back.
Yeah.
I do like how it's just weird, just like a weird thing that I noticed. Like most people, like when they testify, they're very stiff.
Hmm.
The last two people, they've leaned back in the chair, just been like, ask me anything. And which is
Right on,
definitely,
Judge.
it's just different how like relaxed these people are.
Well, I
don't know.
guess if you think about it, Alaska's very scenic, and they live in the fishing town. So
Yeah.
they're all, I'm sure all the police officers are also fishermen. It's very relaxed over there.
Right. But most of the time, you just don't see people that testify that are that
Yeah.
relaxed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Pedal down. That's not nice.
No wife, no daughter. Party on, Wayne.
What's up, Brandon?
My
Hey,
brother
super
from the
sweet.
same
Wait,
mother.
From the same mother.
Yes. Don't ask about the dad.
That's so
Just
funny.
kidding. Also from the same father.
I don't know. At this point in time, I've had like 20, 25 dads. So
27.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta-
what you said.
or 27, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of dads floating around. That's true.
Dude, if you're gonna throw a beer up on the screen, you know how it works.
Oh, good
I throw
heavens.
that super chat in.
I already done did it. I already took a sip. Hope I
Alrighty.
saw it.
Hi, my name's Gabby, and I saw it.
I saw it.
That's awesome.
I saw it.
All right.
Okay, muting.
Me too. I just have a feeling this is going to be horrible. not in a, like, it's just going to be hard to hear. He's hard to watch.
Yeah.
And that's my closet.
And what is this area here?
That's a bathroom.
What's this area in here?
Oh, we usually called it a sitting room, although Lori had an exercise machine out there.
The word hot tub is in. Is there-
Oh, well, when we planned it, we put double joists in this area so that at some time in the future we could put a hot tub in there.
Yeah, but there wasn't one in there.
There is no hot tub there.
It's just an exercise.
As a matter of fact, we changed our mind.
Is there any wall in this area here?
No,
Okay, so it's just open this whole thing.
that's correct.
Is there a door from the master bedroom into the bath area?
Yes, it's a pocket door.
It slides in.
Yes.
Okay.
On
And
the
what's
oth-
this
on
area?
the other side. That's a doorway.
Okay, goes in this way.
Yes.
Is it usually kept shut?
I'm sorry?
Is this door usually kept shut?
When Lori was sleeping there, she liked both doors to the bedroom closed.
Look how relaxed he is. He's just chilling back.
Now, you were married to Lori Waterman,
Yes, I was.
and how long, or when did you all get married?
1978.
And were you living in Craig at the time?
I'm sorry?
Were you living in Craig at the time?
No, I was living in Anchorage when we got married.
Okay. And when is it that you all moved out?
We moved in 1987 to Prince of Wales Island.
And do you have any children?
We have two.
And what's your oldest child's name?
Jeffrey,
Okay. And how old is he?
he's 20.
Okay. And where's he at right now?
He's in London. He attends school at Pacific Lutheran University, and he's on for an internship program where he's spending this semester in London working.
And so how long has he been in college?
This is his junior year.
And where did you graduate high school?
Craig.
And so he lived with you in Craig from, what was it, 87 until you graduated?
That's correct, yes.
And you have another child?
That's correct. Rachelle Waterman, the defendant.
Okay. And how old is she?
She's 16 now.
And did she turn 17?
My,
Okay. And how old was she when you all moved to Craig?
she was born in Tacoma while we were living in Craig. Her mother goes down to visit the family every summer, and she just stayed until she was born.
She was born in August.
That's correct, 26th.
And so she basically grew up in Craig.
Yes,
And I guess I didn't ask it, but Lori's the mother of both of the children.
I'm sorry?
Lori's the mother of both Jeffrey and.
That's correct.
Now, how was, as Rachelle was growing up, how did she and Lori get along?
I think quite well. Lori always volunteered to help lead if there was a troop leader needed for Girl Scouts or a coach needed for T-ball or something, so just so that Rachelle could play, and she was usually her coach.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure I asked you, but what kind of work do you do in Craig?
I'm a real estate broker.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it in Craig since 1994.
Okay. And is that your full-time job?
That's my full-time job now.
Did Lori have a job there?
She was a special education aide at the elementary school.
And how long did she work doing that?
I believe about 12 years.
12 years. And how many hours a week would she put in the school year?
37 or so.
Okay, so almost a full-time.
Yeah, it was considered a full-time job.
And what school did she work at?
Craig Elementary School.
And did she have much work at the high school?
She had worked at the high school as an office secretary for, I believe, 1 year.
So when Rachelle was going to high school there, your wife was working there.
That's correct.
Now, I guess beginning in 2003 and 2004, were there any problems between Rachelle and your wife?
I wasn't aware of any major problems. Matter of fact, not a whole lot of friction, even generally. Pretty.
Were you aware of an individual named Jason Errant?
Yes.
And how, was there any problems involving Rachelle and Jason that you were aware of?
In 2004, yes.
And before all of this occurred?
I'm sorry?
Before your wife's death, you were aware of some problems?
Yes.
And what did you know was going on?
Lori was very concerned that Rachelle was dating, first of all, a much older man, and secondly, she was concerned that Jason might not have much of a goal in life, and she was very concerned that her daughter would become involved to the point of marrying somebody who would not help her realize her potential.
And I get Lori talked to you about this?
Yes.
How many times do you think she talked to you?
Oh, at least a half a dozen.
And did you talk with Rachelle about it, or did you just leave it up to Lori to do that?
I don't recall. Generally speaking, the day-to-day things with the children Lori dealt with, and if she wanted a heavy hitter, she asked me to come in. I was usually the one, I was the one who would ground her, or that sort of thing. And I don't recall whether we talked jointly with Rachelle. I know later on we did. The incident when Rachelle snuck out of the house, we sat down in the middle of the night and had a long conversation.
When was it that she snuck out?
You know, I don't recall. I believe it's in my interview note, the interview that I gave the investigators.
Was it before that school year of being September?
I don't believe so. I think it was after school started both times. There were two incidents.
So she snuck out twice?
Yes, that's correct.
How far apart were the two incidences?
You know, I don't recall. I think the second incident was probably about 2 or 3 weeks after her first grounding was complete.
After the first grounding?
Yeah, right.
Okay. How did you find out she snuck out?
The first time Lori got up in the middle of the night for, I don't know whatever reason, maybe to let the cat out, but she looked in Rachelle's bedroom and she wasn't there. So she woke me up and we just waited till she came home.
Do you remember about what time it was that you woke up? Exactly.
I think it probably was around midnight or a little bit after.
How long did y'all wait till she showed up?
I think she got home about 2:30 or 3.
And did you determine how she had gotten out?
She had gotten out through a window in the family room on the south side of the house.
How did you figure that out?
I'm sorry?
How did y'all figure that out?
Lori had noticed some leaves and grass on the windowsill. And so that was her first suspicion, and we went down there, and sure enough.
Okay. Did Rachelle ever tell you how she'd gotten out?
I believe she confessed. She was confronted with hard evidence, and I don't...
Okay. She admitted she snuck out?
I'm sorry?
She admitted sneaking out both times. She admitted that she snuck out both times.
We caught her coming back in both times. She couldn't escape it.
Okay. And so what did you all do as discipline for the two instances?
And I don't recall the length of time. The first time, I believe she was grounded for 2 weeks, and the second time for a month.
Okay. Now, when you were disciplining, when you disciplined Rachelle, what would you generally use for discipline during her 2003, 2004?
It would usually be a restriction of some sort on her activities.
Like what type of restrictions?
She would be grounded completely, or she would be grounded except for certain things.
Would you allow her access to the computer, or allow friends over, or telephone?
Usually, yes, but there was one time that I told her she would stay off the computers for a week.
Did you ever use physical discipline, like smacking her?
I don't recall any physical discipline. I may have paddled her when she was quite young. I don't think that's very effective as they age.
Well, I was just talking about 2003, 2004.
No.
Now, when your wife, Lori, would discipline her, in that period of 2003, 2004, how would she discipline?
The minor discipline, sometimes she'd tell me, and sometimes it was the same thing. Sometimes it was a restriction or something of that nature. That would be the typical punishment for either one of us. But we didn't always discuss minor discipline.
Okay. What about major discipline?
Major discipline, she would come to me and ask me to be the enforcer.
Okay, that's when you put the restrictions on her.
I'm sorry?
That was when you put the restrictions on her?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you ever see her during that period of time, 2003, 2004, did you ever see her physically hit or strike Rachelle?
No.
Did Rachelle ever say anything to you during that time, 2003, 2004, that hit her or threatened her?
No.
Did anybody else tell you that?
No.
Did you see any injuries on Rachelle that you fear they might have been caused by someone hitting her?
She was a very active girl, and not only in volleyball, but she'd play football with the boys down at the ballpark on the weekend. She had bruises nearly constantly.
Did she ever say that they didn't come from anything other than athletics?
No.
Was Rachelle have a lot of friends?
I think quite a few.
Did they come over to her place, your place?
Yeah, at times. She played at their house, they played at our house. We tried to leave it open for them.
All right. And I forgot to ask you this. When she snuck out at night, those 2 times, did she ever say where she had gone?
She told us a couple of stories about where she'd been.
Okay, what were they?
The first time was that she had been down to the ballpark, and the second time was that she had been up at a friend's house.
Okay. Do you remember who the friend was that she was with?
Laura Taylor.
Okay. Did you check to see if her stories were correct?
Well, there's nobody at the ballpark at 2 o'clock in the morning to check with.
Okay. But did she say she meet anybody there?
She didn't say, no.
Okay. Did she say what she was doing at the ballpark?
No way of telling, but I know that she does take walks by herself sometimes.
Yeah, but she never said.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry?
She never talked about meeting anybody?
No, she didn't say that.
When she went to the friend's house, did she say what she did up there?
I'm sorry?
When she went to her friend's house, when she snuck out, did she say what she did up there?
She, and I don't know if I've got it all exactly straight, but she was trying to put a good spell on the house because her friend was having some kind of problems. This was related to her Wiccan.
All right. When did she get involved in Wiccan?
I'm not sure. Just not more than a year before Lori died.
And what did Rachelle tell you what Wiccan was?
We never had a very long discussion about that, but it's nature-based. I'm kind of lost. The explanation is a couple of years old.
Okay. Did she do very much dealing with Wiccan?
I don't believe a whole lot. I know she read. She had some books in her room, and I know she read, and she burned incense and candles, and I don't know how related all of that was.
And what was your wife's reaction to her being involved with Wiccan?
In matters of religion, Lori was a little more conservative than I am.
What do you mean by that?
She was raised a strict Catholic upbringing, and she pretty much believed everything that she had been taught growing up.
So was there some friction between Rachelle and Lori about this?
I know that Lori talked to Rachelle about it. I don't know how much friction. I didn't have the impression that there was a great deal of friction over it. It was more of a counseling, was my impression.
Did Rachelle's appearance change during that time? get involved in wearing a lot of black makeup?
I don't know if it was related to the Wiccan thing, but during approximately the same period, yeah, she painted her nails black. She had a preference for black clothes. She wore a collar sometimes with studs on it.
The friends that you'd have over, do you ever remember Jason Aaron being up there?
I remember Jason being to the house one time, and I don't believe he stayed very long at all. Rachelle introduced me to him by name, and that was about all.
He basically was up at the doorway and
There, if I remember correctly, there were some kids getting together for a Dungeons and Dragons game down in the family room, but they decided to take it somewhere else. So I believe he was probably there for 5 minutes, maybe.
Okay. Did Brian Riddell ever come over to that house?
I don't recall ever seeing him at the house.
Did you know Brian Riddell?
Yes, casually.
Okay. And you obviously knew who Jason Aaron was.
Knew who he was, yes.
Now, the weekend of November 13th and 14th of 2004, were you home? Where were you at during that?
I was in Juneau.
And when did you come up to Juneau?
On that Thursday afternoon, whatever the date was.
Okay. And was Rachelle at home when you left?
No, she had left for the volleyball tournament before I left.
And do you remember about? Was it the same day you left, or was it?
I believe it was the day before.
Okay, was that Wednesday?
I believe so.
You left Thursday, I think. She would have left.
That would be the case if it was the day before.
And how long are you going to be gone for?
I was coming back on Sunday.
And do you know when Rachelle was supposed to come back?
On Sunday also.
Did you arrange it so that you get on the same flight as she was on?
No, that was just happenstance.
Okay. Now, what was the reason for coming up to Juneau?
I'm on the board of directors for Tongass Alaska Girl Scout Council.
Okay, how long have you been
And
on?
it was 5 years now, I believe.
Yeah, so was this a regular meeting?
This was the annual meeting.
So it had been planned a long time in advance.
That's correct.
And did you know that you were going to be leaving on that Thursday, or did you make those plans?
I made my travel arrangements 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time.
Okay. And when you made your travel arrangements, did you, 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time, did you know that Rachelle was going to be going on that time?
No, I didn't.
And when did you find that out?
The weekend before, when they placed second at regionals.
And placing second at regional, what did that mean?
In Region 5, the first 2 places in the regional tournament are forwarded to state tournament.
And was Rachelle on the volleyball on the team?
Yes, she was.
What kind of sport? What kind of team was it?
I'm sorry?
What kind of team was it? What kind of sport?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. How long has she been playing volleyball?
She played all through middle school, and I think they have some grade school, but I don't recall how many they have. That's it.
Okay, so she played in high school.
Yes.
Was she involved in other activities at the high school during that 2003, 2004 period of time?
In the fall of 2004 is in the 04-05 school year.
I'm just talking about yours.
But in 03, in the spring, she was in softball, and I believe she played basketball the year before. I'm not sure. She was in academic decathlon, and in choir and in band, and very glad to see her chosen for honors choir.
Now, in November, before she went to state, did she go to Haynes during that time?
She was at Haynes sometime just a little bit before the volleyball tournament for the honors choir. That was the Southeast honors choir was held in Haynes that year.
Okay. And did your wife go with her?
She was a chaperone for the trip.
Okay. Do you remember how many other students went with her?
I believe just she and Stephanie Claus. Stephanie was in honor band, I believe.
That's Trooper Claus's daughter.
That's correct.
Now, so Rachelle left on Wednesday, and then you left the next day, Thursday.
I believe that's correct.
And you returned on Sunday?
Yes.
And about what time was it the flight you left? Did you know, but about what time was it you were back?
I don't remember the schedule. It's a flight that leaves mid-morning. It gets into Ketchikan around noon,
All right, so these are somewhere around 10-ish.
I would guess.
Okay. So you didn't wake up early and pick that very early morning flight?
No, I usually do, but I didn't.
Now, while you were up here in Juneau during those 4 or 5 days you were up here, did you call home?
I called home and talked to Lori on Saturday afternoon.
Okay. And how long did you talk to her for?
A few minutes.
Okay. And what did you all talk about?
Oh, just checking in. How's it going?
Now, on Sunday, did you call the house?
I tried to call the house several times on Sunday.
And what do you remember approximately the time you tried calling?
The first time I called when we were boarding the airplane and before it took off, I called to let her know that I was on my way, and then I called again while we were on the ground in Sitka, and then after I landed at Ketchikan.
Did she answer?
No answer.
I mean, Frank, she's 16, dating a 24-year-old. They had to be aware that there was probably some hobbies going on there.
What do you mean? She clearly was an angel.
I didn't
I
hear.
was gonna.
Go ahead. I was gonna say the Wiccan stuff. Was that in the States opening? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, that one was so. You know how the attorneys are always telling the witnesses to keep their voices up?
Mhm.
I really want to yell at this prosecutor. Because he trails off every time. Like, keep your voice up, sir. Because this guy clearly can't hear him. I
Right.
can't understand him. No way the court reporter's getting it. What's up, Sticky?
Oh, sticky. This happened earlier on. I just wrote it down in my notes. I could be thinking way too much into it. I just found it odd. When he was going through, they're like, "How many kids do you have?" And he said, "I got a son." Said like his name, his age, and they asked, "Do you have any other kids?" He did not say, "Yes, I have a daughter." He said, "Yes, Rachelle Waterman, the defendant."
And he
It's a
didn't know
little-
that she had just turned 17.
Yeah, it's a little different than what most parents would be like, "Yeah, I have a daughter," and blah, 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 blah. He said, he did not say that. He said, "Yes, Rachelle Waterman, the defendant."
Now, I'll give him a pass on the age because sometimes people, especially dads, they're busy doing other things and sometimes they don't remember. So
I don't even remember mine half the time.
And Ash, I have zero problems with people with age differences. I have friends that are 15 years apart. He's the younger one of the two. But they also did not meet in high school. Why would a 20 Okay, well, I'll answer my own question on why a 24-year-old would be interested in a 16-year-old. And I know a 16-year-old would be interested in a 24-year-old because I'm dating an older man. That's cool, whatever. It's just not right. There's so many things wrong with it. So many
What was
things.
weird is like then it was like way more frowned upon, but now, I mean, I have people that I graduated with that they're, and again, it wasn't 16 and whatever, but I have a lot of people that I know that they're my age and I'm not calling you old, but like their husband is your age. I mean, they have a 20-year difference between them. But again, it wasn't a minor versus an adult at that time. They were both adults when they started their relationship.
Yes.
Actually, D&D wasn't popular back in the day, but now D&D is super popular. Well, because back then they thought it was like, devil
Evil.
worship game.
Yes.
And yeah. So now it's like super popular.
Yeah, that's why I said like they literally have leagues.
Oh, I heard Mr. Gabby. I thought he was telling us all about D&D.
Oh, sorry. I muted my mic. AJ heard you and she said, "Oh, I thought he was going to tell us all about D&D," and then I muted my mic.
Well, it was.
Okay, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
They can hear you.
Well, I mean, I got to figure out how to say this right if I'm going to say it. But
All
it's
right.
like the gayest of the gay, like of the lesbian and transgender community. I've
This is
taken
live.
D&D. That's fine.
Okay.
I've taken D&D and made it like a passion beyond passion, and it's probably one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen.
I love
Wait,
it.
am I supposed to play? Am I supposed to play D&D?
Carmen said, "Am I supposed to play the D&D?"
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
It's within your DNA. You have to do it.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, you see? Obviously, the coolest of the nerds ever played this game. Everyone should play it. Honestly, everyone should play it.
I have never played. I'm sure that shocks
You really
everyone.
should. It's actually, I've played it a couple times, and it's pretty fun.
I've only ever seen it played on The Big Bang Theory.
And that was fun to watch.
Oh yeah, I've heard it's a really, really good time.
Mr. Gabby is such a sweetheart. Yeah,
I-
I mean,
Sticky, I literally just watched a documentary about that.
Ah, Puddle Town. That's still Dildos and Dragons.
Oh, that's why I don't know. I didn't know what to bring.
no, he actually is playing the wrong one. He doesn't know
Oh.
about the real one.
Oh, yeah, I
You
thought I
don't
was
have
just
to-
supposed to bring snacks, not dildos.
I guess I don't. Guess I don't either,
Puddletown's
Ash.
Puddletown's doing the. He's talking about the
fetish
backdoor
one.
and
He's
getting
talking
a
about the
dragon.
backdoor fetish one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you can say
Well, I
whatever
mean-
you want.
Well, I mean, let me tell you, Mr. Gabby just did, so might as well.
Yeah, no, you can literally say whatever you want.
Sticky said he can run a game. I've
Yeah,
heard it takes
see,
a very-
Sticky knows. Sticky goes, I can run a game.
I've heard it takes a very long time.
Sticky, I
Well,
didn't
it
know you were a
depends.
lesbian.
It depends. Carmen's like, I didn't know you were a lesbian.
Surprised me when I found out too.
See? Sticky, my husband's surprised you were a lesbian too.
No, I was talking about myself.
Oh,
I knew we had something in common.
see, Carmen
Sticky,
says,
You thought it was you and
knew you had
Mr.
something in
Gabby had something in common, but
Yeah,
it's really you
something
and Gabby.
Sticky, we also have something in common. Come on now. I think.
oh, I've been
I don't
trying
know.
to, I don't know if I remember saying this, but I was trying to comment about his picture forever the other day.
His banana.
Yes. YouTube wouldn't let me say banana. It took
Seriously?
me, I tried to type it 20 times yet the other day. It would not let me say banana.
Oh,
Frank said he's a lesbian too.
We're all lesbians. I
We're
like
all
it.
lesby friends. Let's just lesby friends.
Ash
But,
says her brother-in-laws and husband are still playing the same D&D game for 8 years. They have a
Yeah.
darn village idiot thing going on.
Yes, it can get pretty intense, but you can play long campaigns, but they don't have to be long. It
Sticky's
came from the planet Lesbos.
Lesbos.
I thought that was an island in the
Just
Mediterranean.
Did you hear
Solid
Caleb?
fact
Did you hear
for-
Caleb?
know what he said.
He said, I thought that was an island in the Mediterranean.
Could be. Could
It
be.
might be. It might be.
I thought that's where Wonder Woman came from.
That's
I
where
got-
Wonder Woman came from.
When I worked for the federal place, I had one of my coworkers. He came up. He's like, "I thought about you the other day when I was talking to my wife," and I was like, "Well, does she know that?" And he wanted to play D&D, but he also said, he was like, everybody there is gay, and he's like, I'm the only straight one, but I wanted to see if you wanted to come and play with us. I was like,
Maybe what Caleb said was true then.
yeah, I was like, I don't know whether to be flattered or insulted.
It is fun though. If you do like a short campaign, it's pretty fun.
Well, I'll have to
But
try it.
they do make. I have seen some games where they make miniatures of castles, and they have miniature characters, and dragons, and all kinds of things. It gets pretty intense.
Yeah, it does. Everything always comes in all shapes and sizes. So
That's very true. Very true.
I mean, if you have to justify yourself, Stick, I'm just giving you a hard time.
But I'm willing to learn.
I am willing to learn. That's
Wow, we're gonna get demonetized real quick.
what I do. How come it feels like Doc's looking at us like, huh?
He's looking at us in a really Catholic way. He's like,
he is.
Hail
He's
Marys.
judging all the lesbians.
He's like,
I feel judged.
did I just catch you guys sneaking back in? Where have you been? Well, you'll believe me when I tell you, because you clearly believed her when she told you.
Well, the last place that I was in the closet, and then I came out.
I was begging to go in there the other day. I was like, just leave me.
Wow, this derailed real quick. That's why you
I
gotta.
really did. Sorry. I'm gonna mute now.
Oh, Frank.
I'm stepping away on that one.
I'm hitting play on that one. Okie dokie.
Do you have an answering machine?
Yes.
Did the answering machine answer?
Yes.
Did you leave any messages?
I left messages. I don't recall if I left messages all 3 times. That's kind of superfluous after the first time, but I think I left at least 2.
All right. Now, when you got on the plane in Juneau here, was Rachelle on the plane?
Rachelle was on the plane from Anchorage when I got on in Juneau.
And then you took the plane to Ketchikan?
That's correct.
Now, when you got to Ketchikan, what did you all do there?
From Ketchikan, we went over on float planes to Hollis. I had left my truck in Hollis. Or I'm sorry, I hadn't left my truck in Hollis. I drove a friend's rig home he had left it at the ferry terminal and asked me to take it to his house.
And is that the reason you went to Hollis?
Well, that and the flying cost less, and since the Girl Scouts pays for that, they don't have a very big budget.
Okay. Now, did Rachelle fly over too?
She flew, and I believe that I flew on Promec and she flew on Pacific, or vice versa.
Okay. You flew on different planes?
Yes.
And when you got to Hollis, what happened then?
We got some people to give us a ride over to the ferry terminal and got in my friend's rig and took it home.
And you go from Hollis, where did you drive to?
Craig.
Craig. And when you got to Craig, did you go straight home?
Yes.
Now, when you got home, was Lori there?
No.
Was her van there?
No.
Did you think anything of it when you got there and she wasn't there?
Not really. She tries to be home whenever somebody's coming home, but she's fairly active in the community and always goes to help somebody out if she knows they need some help. So.
Okay. When you got home, were the door? Did you come in? How did you get into the house? Did you come through the garage? Or?
I came through the garage.
Through the garage. So you had a garage door open then?
No, but the man door into the garage is usually unlocked.
Okay.
And I carry a key with me.
Do you remember if it was locked or not?
I don't remember it.
Okay. Was there another message from an individual named Ian Landry?
I don't recall that.
Do you remember telling the police there was a message on Ian?
That's entirely possible.
Do you remember what you did with the messages?
I think I deleted them all.
Okay. The bedroom that was upstairs, did you find anything unusual down there?
Well, the bed was unmade and the sheets thrown back.
Is that unusual?
Yes, it's unusual. Lori and I both are in the habit of making the bed right after we get up in the morning.
Okay. Did you think anything about it at that time?
Not really. If she were in a hurry, why?
Okay. Did you find anything else unusual about the bed?
I did find some rope fibers, which I didn't recognize as rope fibers at the time, and the tip of a rubber glove.
Okay, where'd you find the tip at?
It was lying on the covers that were thrown back.
Okay. When you first saw it, what did you think it was?
You know, I didn't have any idea.
So, did you pick it up?
I picked it up. I actually put it on my finger and looked at it and thought that's strange, and took it in and set it on top of the mirror in the bathroom so I could look at it later.
Did you said you saw some fibers?
Yes.
Did you do anything with those?
I picked one up and put it in beside the mirror on the other with the same idea in mind. I was, what the heck is this?
Okay. Do you remember about what time it was you found those? Was it shortly after you got there? Or?
Would have been shortly after we got home, which was, I believe, about 3:30, 3 or 3:30, something like that.
Okay. Now, did you see your wife's rings there? Her rings.
I don't recall whether I noticed them at that time or not. They were there.
Okay. You noticed them then or sometime later?
I'm sorry.
You noticed them then or sometime later?
Then or sometime later. I noticed them before I called the police because it's very unusual for her to go out without wearing her rings.
Okay. How long were you at home before you became concerned about it?
I was a little bit concerned after a couple of hours because it's unusual for her to not leave a note when she would leave, or let me know, or call back knowing about when I was going to be home, or not greet us.
She knew what time you and Rachelle were going to be coming home?
Yeah, we were actually a little bit later than scheduled.
And so after a few hours, you started becoming a little concerned?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I drove out. And forgive me, my memories. This is a long time ago, and I haven't consciously tried to retain all of this as I probably should have. But not too long after we got home, I drove around thinking. My first thought was, well, maybe I knew that she was working on the chamber banquet. My first thought was that she would be working there, and I drove down past there, and I drove through town to see if I could see her car anywhere. And I drove out to Cloac. I hadn't noticed her car at the church, but I thought that was a possibility.
What kind of vehicle was she driving?
I'm sorry?
What kind of vehicle did she drive?
She drove. It was a 1998 Plymouth Voyager minivan.
What color?
I believe they call it plum.
Kind of a purple.
Sort of a purplish, yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. It was this one is cranberry. They changed the names. They pay people big bucks to change those names every year.
Would you say it's close to kind of a purplish color?
It is a purplish or deep maroon, burgundy sign of it.
And is that the one she almost always drove?
Almost exclusively.
And did you have any signs on the side of it about the realty or not?
Not about the real estate company, no.
There was any.
Sticky, the crime either happened in 2004 or 5. I can't find 4, and this is 2006. So a year and a half, 2 years, because I don't know exactly. I think the crime was in November.
November 13th.
And I don't know when this started.
Yeah, the incident happened November 13th, 2004.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever get past the grief.
Mm-mm.
Not of that kind of loss, or like a significant loss.
Ooh, Gabby's got it down to the date. Saturday.
Not Friday the 13th.
Saturday.
yeah, he does. And Peloton made a comment that he's like disassociated himself from it. Maybe he has. Maybe that's how he's getting through this. He's just removed himself from it as much as he can because this would suck.
He doesn't seem to have looked over and made any eye contact with her.
Not a lot. When he forgot her birthday, when he forgot how old she was, he kind of glanced her way just for a second. But yeah, this prosecutor sucks.
Did you get that from Blue's Clues?
Of course. Where else did you get a handy dandy notebook? There had to be something going on in that household. I don't know. She seemed
Yeah,
normal. I mean, but their kids, she would have been a I don't want to call her an overachiever. To me, she out achieved me in school. They were I mean, their son was in college in London, and they all had the honor thing going. They were doing everything right, school wise and activity wise, and everything else. She just had this other side to her. I don't know that that's anything on the parents, or that she just was a rebellious teen.
I mean, look at how many cases that we've talked about where the parents have literally done everything right and their kid unalives them. I don't know if that's what happened here. I don't know if she had anything to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was one I just saw on the news that happened close to you. He got in an argument with his mom. He's 20 years old. I don't know how old his mom was. And she was paying all of his bills, and they got in a huge fight. She told him to leave, and he struck her in the throat and then drug her outside and burned her body. Killed her. Or unalived her, sorry. It's crazy. Like you never know what somebody is capable of doing. And that's, I think, what's interesting with this trial. It's, were you capable of this? Did you mastermind this?
Right.
Or did you not? Like, was this really happening in the household, everything that she's claimed? Or are you a liar? Like,
Yeah.
That's what.
I don't know about that. Puddletown, maybe. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just how he's dealing with the trauma of the whole entire thing by remembering just the material things. I just don't know.
I mean, and you never know. He could get off the stand, walk out the courtroom, and absolutely break down. I don't know. Or he could sit there and just shake it off and be like, whatever. I don't know. That's why this trial is so interesting. It's so back and forth, and everybody's demeanor is
Weird.
a little different. Yeah, it's weird. It's a little different than what you normally see in a courtroom.
And the prosecutor, it's bad. Like he is monotonous. He's just bad. He's not asking good questions. He's not even asking the questions well. He's trailing off. The guy can't understand him. Like the defense, I'll at least give it to him. You can hear him. He's precise. He gets to the point, and that's generally the opposite.
Right. Yeah. Normally it's the state that's better at that stuff.
Yeah, especially on their own witnesses.
Right.
I mean, they haven't even got to the hard witnesses yet. So, I don't know. All right, well, let's carry on.
Carry on.
I believe there's a little sign in the rear window for the Craig Panthers.
But not outside of it.
No.
Now, when she drove it around town, stuff, Did she like to drive all over the island?
No, she didn't really like to drive on the roads on the island. She didn't really like to drive to Hollis because the road is a little bit winding,
Even though it's paved?
even though it's paved. She likes nice, straight, flat roads.
So did she drive a whole lot then outside of the Craig Walker?
She didn't. Whenever she had the need to. I mean, it wasn't such an obsession with her that she didn't. When she was coaching T-ball, she jumped in a 15-passenger van and drove it to Kaufman Cove on the old roads.
This was before they straightened them and...
That was before it was paved anywhere except between Craig and Clark and Hollis.
Now, after you drove around looking for her and stuff, you still didn't find her. Did you contact anybody?
Not until late that evening. I believe that I called the Pierces, but my memory's not clear on that.
Okay. And who are the Pierces?
Our next door neighbors. Lorraine is her best friend.
How long did
Was. Oh, practically since we've been there. We met them the year that Rachelle was born. We bought a crib from them, was how we met.
Okay. And they lived right next door to you?
At that time, they lived a few blocks away.
Okay. But in 2004, they were living right next door?
That's correct.
Which side of the house were they?
North.
North side. Okay. You're looking at the front of the house there.
The front of the house faces west, and so that would be on the left if you're in the street looking at our house.
And did the Pierces come over a lot to your house?
A fair amount.
Did they have any children?
They have 2 children.
And the other one around the same age as Rachelle?
Their daughter is the same age as Jeffrey, and their son is 1 year older than Rachelle.
What's his name?
His name is Philip.
And you checked with the Pierces, and did they have any?
Had no idea.
Okay. Did you remember checking with anybody else?
I don't recall it, no.
Okay. At some point, did you contact the police?
That evening, probably 8 or 9 o'clock.
And what did you report when you called?
That she was missing, and it was unusual for her not to be there or to check in.
Did anybody contact you that night about that?
About, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes after I reported it to the Craig Police Department, I received a call from Trooper Claus, and he just asked me a little bit about it.
Did you know Trooper Claus?
Yes, well, fairly well.
His daughters would come over to your house sometimes?
Yes, both of the daughters were friends of Rachelle's, and our son Jeffrey dated his older daughter a little bit.
Now, the next day, did Chief C contact you?
I'm sorry?
The next day?
Yes, a Monday, and I don't recall the time of day. I think it was sometime in the afternoon. Chief C came to the house and told me that the van that was found burning up on the 3012 road had been identified as ours.
Did he indicate that they suspect the body found?
He told me that there was a body in it, but it hadn't been identified.
Did he indicate a problem or anything?
I don't think he said that. I think I said, well, we probably have to expect that that's the case.
Okay. Now, before Chief C had come over, had you heard about the van?
I'm sorry?
Before Chief C had come over that afternoon, had you heard anything about the van?
I had heard, and I don't remember the specifics, but during the course of the day, I had heard that there was a van found up near Thorn Bay.
But it wasn't until Chief C contacted you that you had any idea it was the van?
That's correct. I wasn't aware of the fact that it was burned and all of that sort of thing either, or where it was.
Okay. What, did Chief C tell you that?
Chief C told me that it had been burned and there was a body inside it, and it would probably be a while to identify because the body was burned beyond recognition.
And before that, all you heard was that there was just a band somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, were you at the residence when he came and told you?
That's correct.
Did you tell him anything when he came?
I'm sure I did. We had a short conversation, and I don't recall all of the details of it.
Did you mention anything about the items you found in the bedroom?
I did. As a matter of fact, I took him up and showed them to him. And when I pointed to the two items I was going to pick up the two items on the mirror, and he said, "Don't touch them." And I said, "Well, they've already been contaminated."
Okay. And those were the glove tip and the fiber?
And a piece of fiber, yes.
Okay. So what did she see do at that time?
I don't recall whether this was just after that or just before that. He had told me that there was a possibility of foul play, and the troopers would like to inspect the house thoroughly.
Okay. Did he ask anything about you and Rachelle?
Asked us to take enough belongings to live for a couple of days and go somewhere else.
Okay. And did you do that?
We did.
Where'd you all go to?
Next door to the Pierces.
All right. And then was it late the next day that the house was returned to you after the search was done?
I don't recall what time they were finished. Seemed interminably long.
Okay. A day or two later, they returned the house to you. A day or two later, they let you back in?
Yes.
Okay. Now, a couple things I'm going to ask you about. There were some scratches on the door between the garage and the house.
Yes.
That downstairs area where the family room was at. There were some scratches on the door. Do you know anything about those?
I believe that I identified one or two scratches, which I believed had already been there, but the others appeared to be fresh, and I didn't recall having seen them before.
Okay.
And that was I believe, on the striker plate.
Okay. You locked yourself out once before?
I'm sorry?
You said you had locked yourself out once before and tried to...
No. You couldn't lock yourself out. I have a key hanging by the back door that everybody in the family and some of my friends know about.
Pause it real quick. That the scratch marks occurred because a few years ago you locked yourself out.
Is it possible that those scratch marks were from his wife trying to fight back?
I don't know. Because
it's actually a good question.
Yeah, because there wasn't any forced entry, right? Signs of forced entry.
I believe
No.
so.
Because
Which makes you think that it's somebody that she knew who entered the house, because otherwise, I mean, there would have been like there wasn't any type of like broken glass or anything, right?
But didn't they say that like he reached his arm up through the dog door and unlocked the door?
Oh, well, they did say in the article that I read that this part of Alaska, like I said, it's a small town in Alaska. Nobody ever locks their doors. They leave their keys in their car. Their car doors are unlocked. You know, it's a very small town. Everybody knows everybody. So,
yeah.
But whoever I'm with you on this. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm with you on this one, whoever.
I don't know yet. Because
as of right now,
Trauma does.
Where
weird
was
things.
he?
He was
Where
in
was
Juneau.
he?
He wasn't
Okay, I
even
was gonna
home.
say, like, I know he wasn't home. I know it said he was away, like out of town. So, like, was it like a work thing?
Yeah, he was out of town. Well, he was out of town, I think, with girls, like Girl Scouting, whatever, with the Girl Scouts. She was out of. Then Rachelle, the defendant, was out of town for volleyball.
So he was selling cookies at a Stop and Shop or something.
I don't know what they were doing
out in Juneau.
Hey, my mama always told me I should have been a lawyer.
You know what? I think you should have.
I really should have.
Yeah, you would have made a good one.
I just can't judge him yet. Generally, either way I do it, it comes back and bites me. So if I think this guy I think was in on it, then it comes back around that he clearly wasn't, or if I
Hmm.
say he wasn't, then he clearly was. Um, I don't know, because trauma can do such weird things to your mind and make you deal with
That's true.
you can compartmentalize things.
Compart-
Compart
You want to try that one?
I
You
do
want to try that
not.
again?
You can box things up
Compart,
and put them in
compartmentalize.
little compartments in your mind on a shelf that says "Do
Yeah.
not open."
So
And then
it
somebody could come and do a burglary. Look, what's happening? Am I you and you're me?
burglary,
Is this Freaky
burglary,
Friday?
Burglary.
You had
robbery
practice.
with a B.
If I can't say this next word, I'm going to turn my mic off and leave.
Please don't.
Tractor trailer.
There you go.
Tractor trailer.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, the joke behind that is it took me several years to be able to say it. And even now, I have to like think about it before I say it.
So are you saying like he could have been in on it, or you were thinking he was in on it?
I'm thinking, like, I'm really
Because
conflicted.
what would be his motive?
I don't know because I mean I haven't heard anything
Her life
about
insurance
like.
policy?
Well, that's what I was about to say. I haven't heard anything about a life insurance policy yet.
Right. Right.
I haven't
Hmm.
things that are normal reasons, I guess, for
Right.
somebody to be in on this. I haven't heard yet, which is just weird. But his demeanor is throwing me off. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I'm really desensitized to a lot of things, and my demeanor on a stand would probably come off very similar to his on something that I had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
and I don't know what he does, or well, he said he's a real estate broker. So I mean, I don't know if he's ever testified before. Him being as relaxed as he is really throwing me off.
But
Yeah, I
that
guess
was
whoever said affair, serious fights. Yeah, okay.
maybe.
But I mean,
But-
for it to be, I mean, that bad, I guess, for him to go in on with his daughter, and his daughter's like two whatever old man lovers, you know. I mean,
But I
Well,
mean, at the end of the day, are you going to sacrifice your own kid?
yeah, that's what I mean. That's
people
that's
do
you're
people
very
do
true.
crazy
It's very
things.
true. That's very
And
true.
what's weird with him bringing up the scratches, if you know your animal to scratch at that door, in my
Yeah.
opinion, you would have said these were made because my animal often scratches at the door. This is what
Right.
that is from. And
But-
he didn't.
Right.
But the prosecutor said, because you've locked yourself out before, when he said, I knew there were scratches that were there and there were some that were not. And he said, because you had locked yourself out before.
So is he talking scratches like actual scratch marks, or is he talking about a door being
He's saying on the
Bust.
striker plate of the door.
gotcha. Like he had to
So-
pop it open.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. How high was this doggy door?
It couldn't have been
or
that
how
high.
low? That's what I'm saying. Because usually they put the doggy door at the bottom of the door.
I don't know
So
what size,
Not
what
only
size
they got
dog,
like
but what size
stretch
dog?
arms?
Because
Do they have
Well,
stretch arms?
my
he
dog
didn't-
door, you could, with the size of dogs I have,
Yeah. Oh,
you
you
can
can fit
just-
like half your body in, basically.
you can just
he
come through.
doesn't
And you
he
could
doesn't
reach
have
up.
a dog. He doesn't have a dog. He has a cat.
So what? Okay, so it's a small door then.
But a cat door, if you put an actual cat door in, because remember, we had to put a cat door in the door inside for her, you cannot reach.
There is no physical
Through that.
possible way that you
They're-
can do that.
They're
But
tiny.
that's what I mean though. Like, how do they go? I mean, I guess unless these guys were super stretched thin, that they could get into a small doggy door to reach up to unlock the door to get into the house, and the cat dog door, whatever, is at the bottom of the door. That's quite a bit.
Well, I don't know, because we're making a lot of assumptions about a lot of things,
Yeah.
because there's bigger cats that would need a
That's
bigger
true.
door.
Yeah, like a
And-
bobcat.
No, like
Mountain lion.
like a Maine
like a
Coon.
Maine Coon, okay. But
Um,
even at that, I don't think that even if it was for a Maine Coon, and I'm pretty slender, and I got long arms. I don't think that I would be able. It would stop at my shoulder. I wouldn't
Yeah.
physically be able to reach up and do that. I just
Yeah. It's not like a
unless you're.
Slim Jim. It's not like a Slim Jim. You know what I mean?
I mean, unless well, I mean, I'm
Maybe
sitting here
he had
looking.
tigers.
I don't know when their house was built,
You
but
never know. That's what I mean. It is Alaska.
it
but I'm
sounded like
looking.
they built the house because he said that we put double floor joist in there in that room because they were going to put a hot tub in there and they just never did. They changed their mind.
I know
Well,
the poor guy didn't even get a hot tub.
I'm looking at my door, like I mean, it's my bathroom door, but pretty much all of my doors here are the same. My handles are actually pretty low on the door just because it's an older house. And so I mean maybe they
don't
did
know.
have lower ones and you really could
Maybe.
reach it.
All I'm saying is I got stubby limbs. I'm not fitting my fat head through a freaking cat door, reaching up with my Oompa Loompa arm trying to unlock a door. That's just not happening. Right, Caleb? He's just shaking his head, yes.
Dog mom, the word you're looking for is pussy.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. She did say P word, so I mean that was
Okay.
nice. But we all knew what you
But
meant.
I don't know what he did before. So he said he'd only been in real estate since 94.
Real estate broker, yeah.
So it's since 94. I don't know what he did before that. They didn't ask. Generally they do, but this prosecutor sucks. And his demeanor may be in part too because the prosecutors. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean maybe.
the prosecutor is so low key and
Yeah.
so just asking horrible questions that he may just be like, what is happening here?
Also, he could have taken a melatonin.
But I mean
he could have taken some pop.
it's just odd.
Frank.
Unless he's been like trained on how to talk, on how to be this calm.
Yeah.
Especially when your daughter is the defendant. It's just weird.
But you don't know. You don't know because men, I think, tend to be really calm. And they can I think they are better at emotionally detaching than women.
They are, but that's still your kid on the stand.
I'm just telling you.
I mean, that could answer the question that we had earlier. Do they still communicate? I mean, I don't know, but he didn't even call her his daughter. He just said, yeah. And dog mom, I'll pretty much say anything. And I'm not, contrary to popular belief, I am not a 12-year-old boy, but I'm also really, really calm.
Most of the time, unless it's 4 a.m., she's not calm and she's going to call me and tell me all about it.
Yeah. Because I'm like, get up. Wasting daylight.
Daylight.
But I've also just been through like a lot of things with law enforcement and stuff. And it's a weird thing. Like the more I see, the calmer I get. And honestly, I just think that's like emotional detachment.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that, but I've been like on the other side of it, not law enforcement side, but the other side. So I completely understand. Like you see crazy things in law enforcement, but you also see crazy things on the other side too. And it's kind of very similar. Except for one doesn't have a badge and the other one does.
That's very true, Pedaltown, because I was thinking, I was just going to ask her, like, if she took my dad or grandpa and he just really, it takes a lot for my dad to like get fired up about something or get mad or show emotion. And, you know, the first time I ever saw my dad cry was when his mom died. And I was,
my gosh, that was horrible.
You weren't around.
No, I'm talking like the first time I'm talking about the first time I ever saw him cry.
Yeah.
Like
it was
me.
horrible. Yeah.
Was horrible.
kind of strange. I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, my papa has passed away now, but I don't think I've ever seen my papa cry, or my nana, or my nanny, or any of the older generation people in my life ever actually cry. I've never seen that.
Yep.
That's
So
like
it could be a generational thing for sure.
definitely could. Like the first time I ever saw my grandpa cry was when I had to call him and my mom and be like, "Hey, mom, I'm sorry, but your mom passed away," and then call him and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry that your wife of just shy of 60 years has passed away."
Whoever.
And like when he walked into that room, it broke my heart. Like I never want to see that again. I never want to. I would rather go deal with literally anything else.
But also, I totally feel whoever's comment as well.
Well, yes, I don't have that, but that's funny. I think he is. I think he is, but I think he is just telling the facts. He's answering the questions. The prosecutor is just he we can't even hear him.
Mm-mm. And he's not like, I feel like he's thinking that he's really hitting a home run here, like the prosecutor. It's like you're not even in the game.
You've not. You're
Well, that's
you're
the
playing
thing.
t-ball and you've whiffed it every time. You've not even hit the tee.
That's the thing, is a lot of them like always think they have these like gotcha moments, and it's like, no, it didn't land. Your joke didn't land. It's not. No.
It's Did you use Frank? Did you use some lotion with that one?
These
AJ.
these have lotion on them.
You get.
I mean, those are like the perfect tissues ever.
Yeah, you
once
get a
you're done with
2-for-1.
them, you have to throw them in the basket.
Yeah.
Gross.
So buy one get one free.
One get one free. Oh my lord!
Press play.
All right, I'm ready to play.
Muting.
No.
Okay. Now, there were some blood stains found in the garage.
Yes.
I think they were up near where there's some hooks on.
There are a couple of hooks in the ceiling for hanging deer.
Okay. And do you know where the blood stains?
No, they've never told me anything about it. I assume most of them came from the deer.
Okay. That's what I was asking about. Did you hunt deer?
I do.
And where would you take them to hang them?
At that spot in the garage.
Okay. Did you put anything underneath them, or did they just strip off the ground?
I usually laid down a plastic sheet underneath, and sometimes I didn't have a plastic sheet hanging handy. I'd just go ahead and hang the deer and clean it up later.
Okay. And the windows in the garage down there, did you have screens on those windows?
There were screens on those windows originally, and the screens were laying beside them, but those lightweight fiberglass screens that commonly come with that type of window. And our cat found that he could rip them open and come in and out as he pleased, so they weren't much value. All of the screens on the lower level have been ripped.
Okay, so they weren't up.
That's correct. They were laying inside next to the windows because I'd used them to keep most of the insects out when I was hanging a deer.
Okay. Now, your wife, where did she usually keep her purse at?
There's a small pantry right next door to the kitchen, between the kitchen and the living room, and she usually kept it on the floor there.
Okay. When you got back on that Sunday, was her purse there?
No.
Now, when you got back, did you see any alcohol bottles
There was a wine bottle on the counter.
in the kitchen?
In the kitchen.
How full was it?
It was empty.
Did you do anything with it?
I don't recall. I believe it was still there when the troopers tossed the house.
It wasn't. You did not throw it out that day.
I'm sorry?
You didn't throw it out that night.
I don't recall that.
Okay. Did you recognize the wine bottle?
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to keep pausing this. Both of you, whoever, and yeah, because that's the kind of like the type of screens that I have in my house. Because my house was built in 1974, and none of them have ever been changed out. And they do. They will pop themselves out. Like they are very easy to pop out versus, a lot of these more modern day screens. So I'll give you that one.
Good.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Okay.
I've been trying to think about that because in the interviews it said that he found it there, but I didn't recognize it. But people bring me a bottle of wine every now and then, and I'm not a wine connoisseur.
Did your wife drink much wine?
I haven't seen her have a glass of wine for probably 10 years. Her average alcohol consumption is maybe 2 wine coolers a year.
So she didn't drink alcohol?
No, she almost never drank.
Okay. Now, when the police were searching the place, did you turn over to them some emails that Rachelle had?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Where'd you get those from?
I'm sorry?
Where were those emails? Where'd you get those from?
I got them from the temporary internet files on the C drive on the computer. Sometimes you can call back emails that have been on the computer before.
Did you give him some emails that had already been printed out?
I believe I did give him probably the originals of all of the ones that I had printed out.
Okay. How about, did you find any that had already been printed out before that you didn't?
I just gave him ones that I had printed out before. I cleaned the temporary internet files periodically.
Okay. Now, in the bedroom, did you find your wife's nightgown?
Yeah, I believe her nightgown was on the floor in her closet.
Okay. Is that where she usually kept it, on the floor?
She usually put it on a hanger.
Now, March 29, 2004, do you remember giving the troopers, letting them take a swab of your mouth?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember who the trooper was?
I believe that was Trooper Claus at the station in Kawak.
All right. I don't have any other questions. Mr. Waterman.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you need a break? Should we? I see a hand up. I sometimes forget to take breaks, and so if at any point you need a break, just sort of raise your hand. But let's take a very short break, and then we'll come back and go until not past 2:30. Sir, you can step down as well. Watch those 2 steps. Please remember the admonition, don't discuss the case, keep an open mind. Perfect. You had completed your direct, Mr. West. Cross-examination, Mr. Wells?
Actually, Judge, at this time I have no questions for Mr. Waterman, but we will be calling him when we present our case in chief.
Sir, you can step down then.
Thank you.
Very much.
Interesting. I didn't see that coming.
Interesting.
They're going to call him as their witness. Interesting.
different.
That's very different. What a little trickster.
Yeah.
Well, at least we get to hear from him again, and because I wanted to see him on cross.
Yeah. And they're like, we'll talk to you another time.
Just kidding.
We're gonna call you as our own.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Thought somebody was taking over my computer. My mouse started moving on its own. I'm just gonna. Was it you?
I didn't do anything.
Because I went to click on that, and because it was funny, and my must have been some Native American energy because my
Yeah.
mouse just started moving down the screen.
Yeah. Shaz is the only chief I know. Yep, she is Native American.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird, whoever. That was Rochelle's dad. Stop it. Ah, where'd
So do-
Doggo go? So she could be like, why'd they do that? I want to know why they did that.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's
We've got
who you got up next?
we have Lori's BFF, Lorraine Pierce, and then I'm assuming her husband, I don't know, Dan Pierce, which was their neighbors. And then that
Not again.
Dan. Dang it, Dan. I hope I can still be worse than him.
Sorry, what were you saying? You got who?
That's who we got. Lori and Don. Don. I can't read my own writing. Pierce. It's not Dan. Get out of here, Dan. All right, here we go.
Trying to grift over here, Dan. Damn.
I'm not a grifter, but I'm worse than Dan. But I don't know anything about Don. So let's watch and find out. More horrible questions coming your way from the prosecutor.
You're welcome.
My name is Lorraine Pierce, Lorraine, Pierce, Pierce.
And where do you live?
Craig, Alaska,
And where at in Craig? What's your address?
602 Ocean View,
And how long you lived there?
22 years.
In the same house?
No,
How long have you lived in that house?
maybe 16, 17.
And who are you married to?
Don Pierce,
And how long have you been married?
27 years.
And are you employed outside the home?
Yes,
And what kind of work do you do?
I am a teacher at Craig School District,
What school?
Craig Elementary.
Elementary. And your husband, what kind of work does he do?
He's also a teacher,
Where at?
Craig High School.
Do the two of you have any children?
Yes,
How many?
2.
What's their names?
Shona is 20 and Philip is 18.
Philip is almost the same age as Rachelle.
Yes,
Did you know the Waterman family?
yes, I did.
Yeah. How long have you known?
About 19, 20 years.
And your house, how close is it to there?
We're right next door.
Okay. And they've lived next door to you since they moved into that house.
Yes,
And were you friends with Lori Waterman?
yes.
And how many years were you all friends?
With Lori, 18.
Okay. And how good of friends were you?
Very, very good friends.
Okay. Did you go over to her house very much?
Quite often,
And did she come over to your house?
quite often.
Did you know, did Rachelle come over to your house very often?
Yes, she did.
Did she play much with Philip,
Well, yeah, more with my daughter.
your older daughter?
Yeah,
Now, your house is where they stayed, Doc and Rachelle, when the police were searching the house.
yes, sir.
Now, did you see how Rachelle and Lori got along?
Yes, I did.
And particularly in the last couple of years that Lori was alive, did you see during that time too?
Yes.
How well did they get along?
It would seem to be like a typical mother and daughter relationship. Lori was very involved with Rochelle's activities and interested in how she did academically as well. And she was a good parent and took care of her.
Okay, did Lori talk to you about any problems that she and Rachelle had?
Could you explain what type of problems?
Did she have discipline problems with Rachelle or things like that? Or Rachelle going out with people that she didn't want her going out with?
Yes, she had discussed that she, in the past year or two before her death, her preference of boyfriends, yes.
Okay. Did she ever mention anything in particular? Anybody in particular?
Yes, with the two boys, Jason and Riddell, she felt that they were too old for Rachelle.
Okay. Did you ever see Rachelle with either?
Yes, with Jason.
How often?
Oh, 2 or 3 times.
Now, did you ever see Lori hit Rachelle?
Never,
Even in disciplining
never,
her? Never saw her hit her, push her?
never,
Did you hear her make threats of physical injury?
never.
Did Lori ever talk to you about Rachelle's weight?
Yes, she had discussed that Rachelle thought she was overweight.
And what did Lori?
Lori did
Would
not.
object to hearsay, Your Honor.
Exception?
Well, I'm not trying to prove the truth of that, that she was overweight or not. But just what I thought.
You're asking,
But it's hearsay only if I'm trying to prove the truth. I'm not trying to prove it.
so what's the exception?
It's not an exception, it's just not. As I said, definition of hearsay, like the state.
I'm aware of that. Counsel could approach.
What was Lori's response?
I'm sorry, so the objection is withdrawn?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, sir.
And what was Lori's response to Rachelle saying she had to appreciate you?
She didn't feel that she was heavy. She felt when Rachelle, I was there when Rachelle came in one time and she was saying she was overweight, and Lori responded with, as long as you eat right and exercise, you'll be fine. She says, what you are building is muscle.
Other than bruises you get from volleyball, what did you see any injuries on Rachelle?
No, I did not.
Did Rachelle ever talk to you about any abuse of her by Lori?
No, never.
Now, the Chamber of Commerce dinner that was held on Saturdays, November 13th, 2004, did you go to that dinner?
No, I did not.
That night, did you hear or see anything unusual or suspicious in the water?
No, I did not.
I think that's all the questions I have.
Did you have any questions,
I do.
Mr. Wells?
I do. You said that you'd known the Waterman family for about 20 years.
Yes, sir.
How close of friends were they to you and your husband?
They were very close.
What relationship did you have, you and your husband, with Rachelle Waterman?
She is our goddaughter, even though we aren't Catholic. Lori had called, and
Why don't you have some water?
Lori had called and asked us to be godparents. And it was a true honor. And we accepted gratefully. And then we found out that the church wouldn't let us be because we weren't Catholic. So on paper, her true grandparents are listed as godparents, but we are the godparents of heart.
Is it hard for you?
Very.
Is it hard for you to see Rachelle sitting there?
Yes.
What was Rachelle like when that last year or so before her mom died?
She seemed like a typical teenager, a little bit rebellious, looking for her inner self, trying to find the true person that she is.
Person that she will be?
Yes.
You said that, from what you could see, Rachelle's relationship with her mother was typical of a teenage daughter with her mother. What do you mean by that?
They had their little squabbles, and they had their good moments too. They shared things like going to honor choir, and Lori chaperoned, and she was very proud of her daughter. And then there were times where she wished that Rachelle wouldn't act the way she did or date the boy she did. And I know they had little squabbles over it and major discussions. And Lori, being the parent she was, would try to talk through and help her with her reasoning and help her make her decisions.
Guide her through her immaturity?
Yes, sir.
How smart was Rachelle?
Academically, Rachelle was very smart. She took emotionally. I think she was needing help in that area.
How much was Rachelle around your house that year before Lori's death?
She was in and out a little bit less often than normal because my daughter was gone to college and Philip was busy with his senior things. And so she would be over for every holiday, every birthday, as we were with theirs.
How many times a week or a month would you see Rachelle?
I would see her at all her volleyball games or her music concerts. So I'd see her walk by the house quite often. So I guess maybe three to four times a week.
Was there anything in what you saw or anything in what you heard from Lori to think that this was anything other than a typical mother-teenage-daughter relationship?
Yes. Lori and I had visited a few times, and Lori was very concerned about Rachelle's recent behavior. She felt that she was depressed. We had discussed what the signs were. We had discussed even the possibility of the type of help she would need. We discussed what the difference between a psychologist was and a psychiatrist was. We discussed what the availability was in Ketchikan for her, whether the doctor be a female or a male. We also discussed the weather at that time because we were just, I think, toward the end of winter when we had this discussion, and it's very dark here, so
SAD maybe?
Possibly. I couldn't tell you that part. We had discussed maybe extending her trip to see her grandparents in the summer to get her out of Craig a little bit more and maybe attend another volleyball camp or something like that to help pick up her spirits and be in some sunshine.
Was there anything that you ever saw when you dealt with Rachelle, when you talked with her or anything like that made you think she hates her mom?
I would say not hates her mom, but maybe defy her rules.
Frustrated at what she had to live under?
Yes, maybe under the rules that Lori wanted her to follow. Yes.
Would you agree that that's fairly typical for teenagers? They don't like the rules that their parents give?
Typically it is.
Thank
Let me redirect.
What was the type of behavior that she was wanting to get? Rachelle's behavior.
She was very argumentative at the time, even with little things that didn't seem to us adults as needing an argument. Sneaking out a little bit. Doing things she knew wasn't supposed to be happening. That's about all I can think of right now.
Thank you. How many other questions?
May this witness be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Watch those 2 steps. Thank you.
Full name and spell your first name.
Don Pierce, Donald Barry Pierce, Donald Pierce, Pierce.
And where do you live?
I live at 602 Ocean View Drive in Craig, Alaska.
How long you lived in Craig?
22 years.
How long you lived past
11.
And who are you married to?
I'm married to Lorraine Pierce.
She was just here.
Yes.
And you have 2 children.
Yes, I do.
Do you know the Waterman family?
Very well.
How long do you know them?
17 and a half years,
Do you go over to their house very often?
all the time.
How about them coming over to your house?
Open door policy both ways.
Is your wife over there more than you, or would you say about you?
Probably my wife is over at the Watermans a little more often. The lady's doing things there. I'm usually requiring Doc's assistance over at our house for projects.
And so you obviously know Rachelle Waterman.
Very well.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a school teacher for the Craig City Schools. I'm a special education teacher at the high school.
And have you taught high school the whole time you've been there?
No, I've been the high school teacher now for the last 3 years. Before that, I was the middle school special ed teacher for 2 years. I was the alternative school director for 8 years. And before that, I was the K-12 special ed teacher.
Now, did you see any evidence of physical abuse of Rachelle by any type?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever see Lori hit her or push her?
No, I didn't.
Being a teacher, is that something you would notice if the child being abused?
Yes, I would.
In fact, you're required to report it if you have any suspicion.
I am.
And you didn't have any suspicions?
No. I guess the closest I came was when we were aware of Jason and Rachelle possibly having an interest in each other, to see if it was going to become a concern because of the age difference between them. I would have had to have reported that.
Yeah, it's theoretical.
Yes.
Did Rachelle ever complain to you about her mother's treating of her?
I think that like the typical teenager, that there were times where she voiced, Lori or Doc was being unfair. I'm sure that my kids voiced the same thing to Rachelle and to Lori.
But nothing that raised it.
No.
Now, the Chamber of Commerce dinner that was held on November 13th, 2004, that Saturday, did you go to that?
I didn't. I went over to the Waterman house at about 4:30 to let Lori know that Lorraine was sick, that I wasn't feeling very well, and that we were going to be staying home.
Okay. So you stayed home?
Yes, we did.
And you didn't see or hear anything suspicious that night?
No, we didn't.
Now, the following Monday, did you have any contact with Rachelle?
Yes, I saw her at school. I told her to hang in there, and then about 2 o'clock, I got a call from the school secretary who told me that Rachelle was losing it and that neither Rachelle nor I was needed at the school at that time. And would I come down to the office?
Did you?
Yes, I did.
And what did you do?
Knocked on the door, went in, and told Rachelle that we should go home.
Did you take her home?
I did.
And did you take her to their residence, Waterman?
Yes, I did. I walked down the hallway with her. We got her coat and walked out behind the school where my truck was parked and started trying to console her while at the same time driving. She was very distraught at this point. Real tears, and she was saying Hail Marys.
And did you drive her home?
Yes, I did.
Did you see Jason and Aaron for that?
I saw Jason when I first went into the office. It was just Rachelle and I. I said, Rachelle, we need to go home. And Rachelle told me, I can't. I've called Jason. Right at that time, there was a knock on the door. I opened it up, and in walked Jason. And he walked over, gave her a hug, told her things were going to be all right. They sat down in the chairs that I had occupied, Rachelle in the chair she had occupied. We're holding hands. He was, trying to console her. I went outside, and at that time, Joni Kuntz, who was our high school secretary, told me that Jim C., who is our police chief, had just called and told me that I needed to take Rachelle home. So I knocked on the door, went back in, and informed Rachelle we had to go. Mr. Arendt confronted me, saying that she needed to be consoled and comforted. And I told her that told him that that's what I was going to do. I was going to take my goddaughter home so that she would be with her dad at the time that we were going to hear news from Officer C.
Okay. And this was, what time was that?
This was right around probably, I'd say maybe 1:30.
1:30?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you took her home?
Yes, I did.
And was Mr. Waterman?
I walked in with Rachelle to make sure that Doc was at home. I didn't want to leave her alone. As soon as I realized Doc was there, I realized that I had parked in Lori's space in the driveway. And we had assumed the worst, but there was a chance that he was going to be bringing good news, and I didn't want to have the wrath of the wooden spoon. So I went and moved my truck over to my house, which is next door.
Okay. And was Chief C there?
It was shortly after that, the Chief C. In fact, I was walking back. Jason had pulled into the driveway and parked where I had been, and then Chief C pulled across the tail end of the driveway. At that point, Jason confronted Chief C about the fact that he needed to be included in the group of people that was consoling Rachelle and trying to make her comfortable. And Chief C arched his eyebrow and just said, and you are, and Jason told him, and then Chief C and I went in the house and left Jason out in the driveway.
But you didn't know who Jason was?
I assumed that he didn't. It wasn't until later that I found out that Jason's mom is one of the dispatchers up at the police station, and he did know who Jason was.
But his reaction was he didn't?
Right.
Okay. I don't have any other questions, Ron.
All right. It's almost 2:30, so this is probably a good time to break. I'm sorry we're keeping you from school, but we'll ask that you come back first thing in the morning at 8:30. Sir, you can step down and we'll see you first thing in the morning.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and break for the day, and again, commence proceedings at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Once again, please remember the admonition. It's, of course, incredibly important that you keep an open mind. You have not heard all of the evidence. Form no opinion until the end of the trial. Avoid contact with all the persons participating in the trial. Don't conduct any investigations outside the courtroom. Avoid any and all media exposure. Have a pleasant evening. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. And Mr. Pierce, I remind you that you remain under oath. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Wells.
Mr. Pierce, when you had discussed yesterday when you had gone to pick up Rachelle from the principal's office on Monday, November 15th. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
And when you got there, how was she acting?
She was very distraught. She was in tears. In going through the door, the first thing we did was hug each other, reassure each other. I think that she knew at that point that...
Objection. Speculation.
If you could just answer the questions, the objection sustained.
At that point, there at least were rumors going around of a van having been found that was burned, right?
Yes, there were.
And at that point, Rachelle's mom was missing.
Yes,
right?
she was.
Did you know of anybody else in Craig or Klawock that was missing at that time?
No, I didn't.
How fast does information or stories get passed around on Prince of Wales Island?
Very fast.
And when you saw Rachelle there and she was crying, she told you that she had called Jason, right?
Yes, she did.
Did she say Jason was going to take her anywhere?
No, she didn't.
Did she say that she wanted to go anywhere with Jason?
No, she didn't.
Just that she was going to see him?
Just that she had called him.
That she had called him. Okay. So she hadn't even said she was going to see him, just that she had called him.
Correct. We hugged. I tried reassuring her. We sat down in the chairs. I was holding her hand and telling her that we didn't need to be there. And the door knocked.
Okay. And how soon after that then did Jason arrive?
Probably within a minute and a half.
What was his demeanor like?
He was... He blew right by me. And went right to Rachelle. Now, it's a small room, so there's only about 3 feet, 4 feet between the door and where Rachelle would have been. And he got past the corner of the desk, the chair I was sitting in, and got to her with me being in the way with no problem.
Did Rachelle seem to want him there, or did he just on his own accord go right to her?
He went right to her. And like with me, there was a hug and quiet words. And at that point, the door knocked again.
And that was when you were informed that you needed to take her home to meet with Chief C?
That was the second time.
Okay.
Yes.
And what happened then when you tried to take Rachelle out to the car?
Mr. Arendt became very vocal with me, tried to be assertive with me that she needed to be comforted, that she needed to be consoled, that he was the person who could do this. And I told him that I had been directed by the chief of police to take my goddaughter home, and that's what I was going to be doing.
Were you going to let him comfort her or console her?
Between when he knocked on the door and came in, the door closed, and the knock on the door again, and I stepped out to see what it was. probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes had passed. So I figured that was about the same amount of time that I had had in consoling Rachelle, that would be a normal time as far as normal goes. So I went back in at that point.
How did he seem to take that you were going to take Rachelle to her home?
Oh, he was very agitated by that. He was very verbal. And going out of the office down the hallway, it's probably 200 feet long. I knew that Rachelle had a locker in the section that was the juniors' lockers. I also knew that she had a locker that was more convenient to her down the hallway where she kept her books. So I wasn't sure where her stuff was. And the whole 200 feet was his comment that he should be included in this process, that he should be the one taking her home. And I just blew him off.
When you took Rachelle home and you got to their home, did you see Jason at that point?
No. When we got outside, I turned to the right to go to where the teachers park their cars. Mm-hmm. And at that point, like I said, I had so totally blown him off and was just not even listening to him. After having stated what I was going to be doing and that I was the one going to do it, I wasn't listening to him. It was just white noise. So we turned right, went back to my truck, and I put Rachelle in the truck. And at that point, I lost track of where Jason Aaron had gone.
Did he show up later at Rachelle's house?
Yes, he did.
Who was there at that time?
When he showed up in the driveway was when I had moved my truck over to my house next door. Mm-hmm. And as I was walking back, he was getting out of his truck, and he started this whole line again of how he should be the one, consoling her, how he should be included in it. And it was at that time that Chief Jim C's pickup came up and parked across the driveway.
Did the Chief C and Jason have any interaction?
Yes. Jason, because I had told him I was taking him home under the instructions of Chief C, he then went and started to confront Chief C with this same line of how he should be included, that she needed to be consoled, she needed to be held, she needed to be nurtured, and he should be doing it. And Chief C wasn't having any of it either.
What did Chief C say to Jason?
Kind of like the wrestling star The Rock. Chief C raised an eyebrow, kind of looked at him and said, "And you are?" And Jason stated who he was. And Chief C said, "I don't have time for this now. Get in your truck."
Now, does Chief C know who Jason is?
At that time, I didn't believe that he did, but I have since found out that Jason's mom is the dispatcher for the Craig Police Department, so they would have had interactions.
I'm going to object to that last statement.
It does call for speculation. The objection sustained.
Okay. Were you there when Chief C told Doc Waterman that the VIN number on the van they had found matched his VIN number?
Yes, I was.
How did Doc take it?
He took it like a person that had been waiting for the other foot to fall all day. He was stoic about it, but his shoulders slumped. They still didn't have a positive identification of who was in the van. Mm-hmm. But Chief C did state that there was a body had been recovered in the van. It got rid of that speculation. So we still really didn't know that it was Lori, but it was the other foot coming down.
How did Doc seem to take that throughout the next week?
Doc's a very brave man. He has faced many things in life that I wouldn't want to face, the Vietnam War being one of them. And our travels over the island that next week, we had talked about it, and he told me that it wasn't that he was going to be cold, it wasn't that he didn't want to care, but the only way that he could see getting past this was if he put it into survival mode like he had in the Vietnam War experience. That part of that experience he still had not dealt with, and it was going to take a long time for him to be able to get to the point where he may be able to deal with all of, Lori's death. I saw him break down in tears that week, and yet he had to put on a strong front for the family from not Bellingham, but from Tacoma that was coming up. He had to play host. We helped him in those roles as much as we could, but it was a very hard experience for him.
He bore it well?
He bore it the best he could.
Kept a stiff upper lip?
Yes.
Is that sort of how Doc is?
Yes.
I want to turn your attention a little bit to another area that you had discussed. You had talked about how you right now teach special education at the Craig High School.
Yes.
And you had gone through some of your background yesterday and said that you had been a special education teacher at several different schools, including the Craig Middle School and also the Alternative School.
Correct.
What is the Alternative School?
The Alternative School was a school that I was empowered to set up in 1997, 96, that, take it back, was even earlier than that, 94 or 5, to try and, our goal was to try and get children that had dropped out of school back into school, complete their high school diplomas, and become successful members of the community.
Do kids that drop out of school, are they typically, I don't know a better word to use right now than say troubled?
There's usually a significant issue in their lives that's interfering with their ability to be successful as we perceive it.
Did you have special training to be a teacher at the Alternative School to deal with those children?
My special education degree was in general psychology, special education, some deviant behavior.
Did you study child development in that?
Yes, I did.
Time? I think you said that you teach right now at the high school and also at the middle school. How many years teaching teenagers, how many years experience, teaching teenagers do you have?
I've taught 30 years.
How long have you known Rachelle?
Well, she's 16 and a half. I've known her 16 and a half years.
Actually, a little bit over 17, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Not a problem.
I missed a birthday.
Is that hard?
Awfully hard. She's a cherished member of our family, as is Jeffrey, Doc, Lori.
Based on your relationship with Rachelle, based on your training with psychology and child development as a teacher, did you see anything in the years of 2003 and 2004 before Lori's death to suggest that Rachelle was anything other than an ordinary teenager?
No, I didn't.
Did you see anything other than ordinary teenager angst that she displayed?
No.
Did she seem particularly angry or hostile or hateful?
No more than my kids.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I have no further questions. I think you should be able to make your flight.
Thank you.
Any redirect?
Yes. Now, were you aware that Ms. Waterman had a blog?
I wasn't aware of it.
Okay, so you never read it or did anything like that? Okay. I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
May Mr. Pierce be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you.
And watch those two steps.
Okay.
Just step down.
Sorry, had to pause that before it went crazy. When they're saying Chief C, it's coming up on the closed captioning chief and the letter C. His last name is S-E-E. Just because it sounds weird and it looks weird. He's not Chief C. I don't know who that was. So I don't know. But yeah, I hope that I would say no, that was not. But you never know. Maybe it's October, Halloween, and she did stuff. You cannot you never know how you're going to react to anything. And we saw, the dad is giving us, some of us, weird vibes.
Well, but I understand it a little bit more now. I mean, he's a war veteran. That guy kind of did explain, like, that's just his demeanor.
Yeah. I mean, and we saw a very short snippet of time in his life.
Right.
Just his time on the stand in a horrible place and a horrible prosecutor asking horrible questions. Again, that was bad. And he may have just been feeding off of that guy's energy, which is not there.
Right.
And I was looking forward to Cross because I thought that attorney at least has some energy behind him. And I thought that he might be able to get somewhere with it. Wherever he wanted to go, I don't know. And we're not going to find out because he's going to call him as his witness. So I don't know. What is that noise?
It's my watch. Sorry.
Oh. I was like, somebody's like banging on a drum. So why is it making that
that's
noise?
just Cheyenne above. She's practicing her next powwow event.
Yes, ma'am. And yeah. Yep. It's all you. It's all you, boo-boo. She's 1 second me.
What I do, boo-boo.
Yeah, I think obviously I've never been to war, obviously, but I think it messes you up.
I mean, so you haven't driven in Massachusetts then?
No, I've only been to that state one time.
Count yourself lucky.
And I was in 8th grade.
Because sometimes we put on chainmail to get into traffic over here. We also carry lances and battle gear, all kinds of things.
Well, I wasn't old enough to drive. Sorry, I'm trying to. I can't. Carmen asked me a question. I can't remember the answer.
Well, what she's trying to answer is so let me just grift here. Tomorrow we don't normally stream on Fridays, but it is actually probably one of my last chances that I will be able to do a fun stream with you guys. So Gabby and my mom.
It. Don't say it out loud.
It's sorry. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to be with you Monday.
Like it.
So we're going to do, we haven't done a members only stream in a while. Obviously you guys obviously you have to be a member to be on a members only stream, but there's no obligation.
Let me say hi to Robin. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
She's 2 hours behind.
Hey, Robin.
No, you're good.
Alaska prisons she had to Google if Alaska prisons have heat. They do not. Holy crap. Incarcerated people have to ask for extra blankets and such.
Texas doesn't have air conditioning. It's not required. Most Texas prisons do not have air conditioning whatsoever, but they must have it in 2032 It'll be their
That's kind
time.
of torturous.
But yeah, I mean, so it gets super hot here, it gets super cold there. But anyways,
Sorry.
Anywho,
I think the like what is it, 99 cents or $1.99 for
I don't remember. That's what you were asking.
it's 99 cents.
Okay.
yeah, it's 99 cents for a membership. You can obviously cancel at any time if you want to. I mean, obviously, we hope you don't. But tomorrow will honestly be my last time that I can do. We're just gonna come here. Like, we're not gonna talk about trials. Really, we're just gonna sit here and kind of shoot the shit. It is really really fun. It goes off the rails within like the first 5 minutes.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we could play a game or something.
You want to play D&D?
Do you want to play? Do you want to play Mad Libs? We could do Mad Libs. That would be hilarious.
Oh, thank you, Puddletown.
Well, thank you, Puddletown. He gifted 10 memberships. So
Thank you.
AT1, Kelly, Amber Boyd, KZ Gypsy Muse, Captain Kern, Lori Wallace, Dave E. Jones, Deanne H., Lori Tuttle, and Maria Z. I almost read Ronnie's name in there, but I was like, wait a minute.
Love you, Ronnie. See you later.
Bye, Ronnie.
See ya.
Mad Libs is the funniest thing.
Wait, is that the
Yeah.
one that you put the
Yeah, so like Mad Libs is like they have like a title, but you don't say the title at first. You just ask to like you're like, oh, I need a noun, I need a adverb. You fill in the blanks and then you say like, oh, summer camp is the title, and then you read it, whatever people fill in.
sorry, it shouldn't give it to people who already have a membership.
Yeah, it should not
No.
do that.
No,
No,
Ronnie
it
didn't
shouldn't do
get
that.
one. She just her name popped in the middle of the
Yeah.
list. It threw me. That's why I went around her, and then I went around Ronnie, and then I came back.
She did a loop-de-loop.
Ronnie, she did a reach around.
I did reach around, and then Ronnie left. So
Nothing wrong with a good old reach around, right, Caleb? He stuck his fist in the air.
And Carmen, thank you for getting 5 memberships. We got, is it Baloo? 87? I don't know if that's the real MLS or if that's another MLS. Taryn Dusty, Wendy H, and Cher.
Let's go.
I thought
Cher
so.
or Wendy H?
The MLS.
Aaron
That's a,
Dustin.
Taryn Dusty. She's I think I've seen her in Baker's.
Oh, you mean MLS? One is
Yeah,
Let's
that's
Go.
Let's Go. Yeah,
That's funny.
that's funny.
also, we do not have control over who gets a membership. We just hit the button and YouTube decides for us.
Yeah, because remember that one time Let's Go gifted like 5 memberships and his alt accounts got 3.
Yeah.
He's like, dang it.
Yeah, we do not have any control over where they go.
He's like, I forgot to turn that off.
That's priceless.
That's hilarious. Oh, that is David? Because Let's Go has one that says that is MLS.
When I clicked on it, it said not Brandon Lesko, at not Brandon Lesko.
That's something Lesko would say.
That's the username.
Yeah, Lesko would
Yeah.
put at not Brendan Lesko.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his username,
I
not
think-
Brandon Lesko.
yeah, he
That one's
has
not
it.
good.
He has an MLS one. I found that out the hard way because he tricked me once. And then I'm like, that's not Dave. Dave's
Because
not
the
here.
other one, David's pops up yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brand has one that looks just like it.
Oh yeah,
think he
he's
should-
tricked me before.
I think he should change it. Brandon should change his to making Lego simple.
Yeah.
Huh?
And I think Dave should maybe change his because didn't he retire? Thanks, Side-Eye.
Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Central time. And we're just gonna literally just sit here and talk. You guys can ask questions, do what you do in the chat. It's literally just to kind of decompress and just have a fun time.
Yes.
I'll tell you some crazy stories back from my day.
Hello, Lori Wallace. Oh, look at your cute dog.
What's your crazy story?
No, I'm saying I'll say it tomorrow.
I
Members
see.
only.
Yeah.
It's a secret for only
Awesome.
members.
It's the perks of the memberships. You get to hear Gabby's secrets.
You get to hear my deepest, darkest secret.
Once we found out what was in Gabby's box, she mailed it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, once
It's
we found out.
It's hanging behind me.
You are bad.
Oh my Lord.
Well, it is.
Well, it really is, but you know.
So,
But
all right, you guys.
other than that, yep. Go ahead. We had the same.
So much for hanging out. Monday we will start back on this trial. These officers, we got Officer Claus.
Santa Claus.
US. And then so we'll do part 1 of his testimony on Monday, part 2 of his testimony, and then we get, I don't know who Kristen Denning is, but then we get to finally see what Chief C looks like. So,
Chief C.
Chief C. But I have a feeling there's a lot more to unfold in this trial because not much has unfolded yet.
There has to be.
I bet Chief C looks like the captain from Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yep. I bet he says something like that too.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna get the most information out of the defense on this. Unless the other prosecutor that's sitting with the sucky prosecutors asks some questions and he can do a better job than what we've seen so far. But that guy's lead on this.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Yeah, as of this moment, he better have something up his sleeve because he's losing.
I mean, yeah,
it's definitely the queen card up his sleeve.
Well, I mean, it's so weird that you come out strong, I guess, by showing your opening statements, confession, and then it's redacted, then confession, it's redacted. If that's all you have, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be reasonable doubt there.
Yep. I'm just, like I said, their opening statements, which obviously are not evidence. I didn't hear anything to not connect her to it. I heard more kind of stuff. Okay, I can kind of connect her just through their opening statements on both sides. But so far, I've not heard anything now through the witnesses.
You still got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. You can sit there and you can connect it all you want. But if they start poking holes in that and you don't really hit it home, which they need to maybe pick up the pace in that. I understand we're at the very, very beginning, but the jury, I mean, in my opinion, they're not going to forget that. Like, so you better really do a twist or you need to get it going.
Yeah. I mean, the jury has to be asleep.
Yes, I agree with you. Openings are evidence because you already planted the seed in the jury's mind, but it legally cannot be presented as evidence. I agree with you.
Yes, they do have to build the boat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. And I get it. There's parts of trials that are completely boring, but they had her dad on the stand and blew it.
Yeah.
Like, it's her dad. So
Adair, didn't
up
we do this
there.
from the beginning?
He was at
He went,
volleyball.
he was,
Oh,
he played-
okay.
he went to pickleball.
I
Volleyball.
didn't see that he
Did he
left.
say pickleball or volleyball?
He
Pickleball.
said,
It's
AJ,
He
said
I'm
pickleball.
yeah, he said,
Yeah.
AJ, I'm conflicted. Do I watch you or go play pickleball?
Well, of course I would lose out to pickleball.
But anyways, tomorrow we're gonna do a fun, kind of relaxing stream at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Central time. You guys know the rest of the ordeal. But I gotta get going because it is 8 o'clock and I still gotta go to Walmart.
And I'm gonna go get some sleep. I hope.
And I'm gonna go to grandma's.
Oh, crap. I'll be there when I can.
Carmen, you do you, boo boo.
All right, you guys. Thank you
I'm
all
already gonna hear it. So
for hanging out. Blame me, Gabby. That's fine.
No.
You blame me.
no,
I don't
I'm not
care.
gonna blame you.
You
I'm
can.
gonna blame myself.
It's
Like I do what I want.
okay. Well, I gave
But
you. enough.
anyways, if you guys want to go hang out at grandma's house with us, we're gonna go over there play
Yeah.
trivia. Just remember there are kids over there, so if you're gonna say something inappropriate, make sure you say it in code like the rest of the adults over there do. But other than that, I really gotta go. So I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, you
Eat
guys.
Coke
Thanks
Ups, goat.
for hanging out. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way out the door. I appreciate it. It helps us out, and we will see you guys all later. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Hot mannequin love is kinda uncanny. Click, like, subscribe, ooh, piece of candy. Looking for my spotlight, chasing my vibe. Still looking for my credibility online. Ooh, hot mannequin love, candy on the floor, don't pick it up. Chasing all the clicks, chasing all the views. Credibility's hiding, but I'm bringing you the news. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Ooh.